Yo, yo, live and direct from some bitch's house. It's the Kid Vision. Live and direct from some bitch's house. We're gonna have a serious talk today about relationships and everything. No bullshit like I usually do. Just an honest conversation from people in different walks of life. I will be talking my shit as normal. You're more than welcome to join in. Drop a comment. We'll talk about that through there. All that other good stuff. Um, so without further ado, here we are. I'm just waiting for the others to join the conversation. Um, and we're just gonna pop some shit. So once you click the link, I'll be able to join you into the conversation. Or if you want to watch it, you can just watch it from thing. You need to connect your mic. You can't talk unless you allow your mic. All right. So we got people ready to come into the conversation. I've got hold on. There we are. There's the other one. Where profane at? Sent that to profane. Oh, profane don't have a phone. Well, he does have a phone, but you know what I mean. Oh my god, are you telling me I gotta sign in again? That's some bullshit. Um, talking to things for an hour. Talking to things for an hour. Join the conversation. Hear me talk my shit. All that other shit. Just hear me talk my shit on this shit, man. Who else can I invite to this shit? We're gonna have a real in-depth conversation about relationships and shit. All right. Why'd you leave? Oh my god, you guys are so fucking frustrating, man. It's not even funny. All right, somebody joined. All right, there we are. You're in. Yeah, you're in. Are you gonna talk? And this is so crazy. Like I'm trying to have an in-depth conversation, and like everyone's just joking around, like not joining the call and shit. So fucking retarded. I don't even know, man. I understand why people just, man, does the conversations here. Uh, And you guys are joking around. Joking around. You're not even in the room. Yo,
You hearing me now?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Cool.
So now we're gonna hold on a second.
All right.
Hello, say something now.
What up?
Yeah, so now I can hear you now. So anyone who's on YouTube, any YouTube comments will come up on my screen.
Okay.
Um, Now we can start. So you have the link, right?
What link?
You should have a link to be able to like share it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so share that to people and people can have the in-depth conversation.
All
I
right,
don't want
cool.
yeah, I just don't want to put it on the Jews because whatever. It didn't look like anyone was gonna click on it.
Why? Just put it on the juice, yo.
No, I don't want to because I can't see
Why?
anybody's comments. That's why I have it like this.
Mm,
And nobody was friggin' responding to my messages anyway, so I don't want to put on the Jews. I mean, I can put
mm.
on the Jews if you want, but like no one's gonna respond to it.
Yeah, no, no. I see what you're
No
saying now.
offense if I'm the only person on the camera. So because I can't see if anyone comments, I can't see it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it won't show it.
So it has to go through this app.
Yeah. You know what? I'll put it up, but if I don't think anyone's gonna join, and I don't want to be the only person on a camera, that's the point.
I'm gonna add it to the two groups. Yeah.
Huh?
I'm gonna add.
Go ahead, do that up. All right, I'm on thing now. I'm on Facebook now. So I'm trying to figure out since everyone wants to talk about relationships, I want to know like what's popping, what's going on, what's about the relationships. I know we talk a lot of dumb shit on the juice, but I'm giving people an opportunity to speak up and speak about how they're feeling.
Well, you and I have a lot of the same ideals when it comes to relationship and morals when it comes to that. But I mean, there's always room for discussion, right?
No, I know, but we're just in a position right now where it's like no one is having those conversations. So I think
No,
it's
because those conversations are so last generation. Like, we're not in a relationship era right now. We're in a swipe right era. You know what I mean? Like, relationships are almost non existent nowadays, really and truly.
are they though? Are they? I
Mm,
mean,
yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, if I don't think so. I
I think
mean,
there's a whole lot of people thinking or saying that they want to be in a relationship, but they're not willing to put in the work to make a relationship work because it's so easy to just swipe right, instant gratification, right?
instant gratification, instant laziness. We
Mm-hmm.
we've got like one viewer. So I think it's probably me. But
It's all good.
again, we have that one viewer. So we're again. I think once people
That's
start
funny though.
watching it, they'll know, they'll see. But I think it does notify that like it did go. You know what? Oh yeah, I could do the everyone thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I think maybe next time, like prep them earlier in the day and be like, yo, we're gonna have a
No,
conversation about
no.
such and
Here's the
such.
thing. I've been prepping this for weeks. I've been telling people like every Sunday, like whatever. If you want to join it and you want to be on here every Wednesday, you want to sign up, you want to try to
Yeah.
be a female on this shit,
No,
come
but give
out.
them a heads up earlier in the day, right? And just be like, yo, we're going live at 6
I've
or
been
whatever.
giving characters the heads up forever.
I know, but for the first few to get people watching.
I'm just giving them half-ass shit so I could just be like, I tried.
No, no, I know. Just to get the first one out of the
So
way, right?
yeah.
I get it.
So if
No,
you
I get it.
comment on shit and you're on here, the your comments will come up just to see.
Oh, Sheldon's in the house.
Sheldon's coming. Everyone's coming. Five the comedians coming. Yo,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a talk just for an hour because I want to know. Right? Here's the
Yo,
thing.
and
Right?
this isn't like a y'all get to gang up on me, yay? Because
No,
I throw
no,
hands.
no, no,
I'm
no.
joking.
This is a ladies. This is an open invitation to the ladies of the juice to speak your mind. Like
Yeah, no,
if
no, I
you
get it. I'm totally joking, and
if
believe
you
me.
think that's how these relationships are going, then let's hear it from your perspective. I mean, we talk so much. I talk so much shit on a weekly basis. I just want to know like
Yo.
who's like
But you don't really talk shit. Like a lot sometimes you talk shit just to be an ass? But
a
other
lot.
times you're talking straight facts.
I know, but again, I want to know again, ladies, comment. I want to know what is your issue with relationships today? What are these niggas doing that piss you off? I want to hear this. I want to hear stories. I want to hear how these men waste your time. I want a good laugh. Like
For me, for me, it's like I don't know. I'm a generation like I'm older than you, right? So I'm like in an older generation. For me, it's like that whole courting is gone. Like let's do the date night. Let's do the whatever. Let's get to know each other. Like that's like gone. Like where is that?
these
Now it's
women
like
don't want
swipe
to
right.
date
Let's
though.
hook up.
But these
Like
women
it's
don't want to
annoying.
date though.
Huh?
These women don't want to date though.
I think I know, and believe me, I agree. A lot of the younger generation don't, and I think it's because they've watched us older girls get pissed on because, like, it's just I don't know. They've followed suit in a sense. You know what I mean? Like, men started that where they were no longer courting women. They were just let's hook up, let's go, Netflix and chill type shit. So then girls are like, they're not giving us what we want. So like, can't beat them, join them. So now girls are out there playing that same game. And what do we have?
Yeah, but these women are just as fucking savage as men though. Like
I'm
it,
not, yeah, I don't
it's
disagree.
crazy, right? Again, but if you have a comment, drop it, whatever. Like
I don't disagree.
I'm doing this to learn, so I'm trying to understand, right? So I want to know from your perspective because if your perspective is, if your perspective is whatever, men ain't shit, but you ain't listen why. After today, if y'all can't convince me that men ain't shit, I don't want to hear it from any one of y'all ever again.
I
I'm
don't
giving
say
you
men ain't shit. I
no, but
do not say men ain't shit.
I'm giving y'all the opportunity.
I just think we're in a time where everybody has been burnt and everybody is broken and nobody's willing to do the work or even open themselves up to like being vulnerable to that again. So then you just have a bunch of people out there fucking hooking up. Like, look at the statistics of marriage. Ain't nobody got a husband ever and anyone anymore, but they have 5 baby daddies.
Well, that's
Like,
because they
that's
don't.
fucking unreal.
Yeah, but nobody wants to find anyone to get married to. Like, what do you mean? Like these
But
again.
marriage is pretty much obsolete because men are like, why buy the cow when I get the milk for free?
But whose fault is that though? Whose
Y'all
fault is
for wanting that shit.
that? It's
Women
not
give
our
you what you
fault.
want, and then you're like, oh, the bitch gave it up too quick.
It's not our fault. It's
Yeah,
not our fault. Y'all should have dug your feet in the ground and stayed there. And-
that's it, eh? And then we're lame. That bitch is lame.
yeah, but stand your
She's a
ground.
40-year-old virgin. Like, what the fuck? Pick a
Stand your ground
struggle.
though. Like, don't be one of them weirdo girls that just
Yeah.
fall into it after and say, all right, cool. All right, I
No,
don't
but
want to lose. So let me just sleep with it real quick. Nah, stand your ground, man. People
on the
respect
real
the
though, Tristan, you know yourself, and don't even fucking
you're
try and lie
real.
to me. Don't even try to lie to me. She gives it up too quick. She's a horse. She don't give it up. She's lame. She's a
Yo,
weirdo.
it's not like that. It's not like that.
There's
Don't
no
do
in between, bro.
that. There is a between. There is a between. There's a between. Because when you're sitting there and you wait, you're like, yo, you know what? She didn't put out on the first date. She didn't put out on the first date. You know what? I respect that. Let me see if date number 2 or date number 3. Like you don't have to listen. If you don't put out on the first date or whatever, and I've said this
Mhm.
before, I'm cool with it, right?
Okay, man's perspective. What is a respectable date to put out?
When you're ready.
Okay, good answer. Because I was just going to say, I don't think it's date 3 or date 4 or date 10. I think it's when you are
When you're
comfortable with
ready.
that person and you know them well enough to share your body with them.
It's when you're ready. But again,
Yeah,
I would expect someone who's like, all right, cool. I'm not doing this. I'll do it when I'm ready. Don't feel pressured to do something because you want to lose somebody or whatever. Like, what kind of weirdness is that? Like, come
it's
on
not
now.
weirdness, it's insecurity.
It's not no insecurity because
It
listen,
is
you see,
because a lot of women feel like if they don't put out, they're going to be passed by. Do you know what I'm
all
saying?
right, ladies, what's your okay, ladies in the comments, ladies in the comments. I want to know what what is going on with this. Like who's in the right, me or her? Because what I'm saying is that you don't have to feel pressured to do something you don't want to do. Like or is it society's expectations of you that are having you saying, all right, cool, if I don't put out, this guy's not gonna call me no more, or 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 he's just gonna ghost me or whatever. Like what is going on in your mind when this shit is going on? That's what I'm trying to understand.
See, for me, I hold myself to a high degree of integrity. So there is nobody in this world who can make me do anything I do not want to do, not even fucking God himself, you know? But I feel like there are a lot of women and men tend to play on their insecurities, you know what I mean? Of abandonment, like they have abandonment issues, they have daddy issues, right? So it's that whole like, okay, if I don't give him what he wants, he's gonna bounce.
Then
And
he's
I don't
gonna.
want him to bounce. So I'm gonna give him what he wants.
So is that worth selling out your integrity for?
I don't think so. But I know a lot of women who are like, you know, it is what it is. Or they haven't even really come to the realizations that like those guys probably aren't the best guys for you anyways if they're willing to bounce for something like that. Then they don't really have full interest in you or any intentions for you, right?
Yeah.
But every relationship, every situation is different. I can't speak on that. I can just speak from experience talking to my friends or people that have come to me for coaching and stuff like that, right? Like this is real life shit.
This is real again. So you're saying that this is real life shit. Where
Hmm.
okay, but again, so do you think it's just sex that's ruining everything? The
I
easy
think the expectation of sex ruins a lot of things because I think if you're dating somebody or just getting to know somebody and you take sex off the table, then it leaves more opportunity for you to actually get to know the person without any expectations whatsoever.
all
But
right,
I
all
think
right.
for a lot of men and some women, I ain't leaving them out either. But I think for a lot of men, that is the goal.
So
Right?
Quincy,
Sex is the goal. So
so Quincy's saying Quincy Martin, shout out to Quincy. He's saying that women control sex and men control the relationship.
absolutely, I agree. I agree. Yeah,
Agree?
because you ain't getting sex unless the woman's willing to put up, right? But somewhere the lines got crossed and women feel like if there's no sex there's no relationship and the two should never correlate. It should never
Oh,
be like, okay, I'm giving him sex so now he owes me the relationship, because that's not it. Because if we really want to get serious, like, women giving men sex is just as much as men giving women sex. Like, it's equal
so
energy exchange.
isn't that just transactional though?
It is. But
But
that's a
yeah,
conversation that needs to be had, right?
a
The
relationship can't
expectations
be
need to be laid out.
transactional.
They Sex is transactional though, if you think about
Yeah,
it.
but you can't just be like, all right, cool. He took me to Red Lobster. Now I gotta go put out. Like, you know
No,
what I
because the same way we're giving you pussy, you're giving us dick. So you shouldn't have to pay for pussy. You shouldn't have to take us out. So what? I take you out for dinner, so that means you got to give me dick?
hey, some motherfuckers would be like, yo, I took you to some fancy place. Now you got put out. Like,
But here's the thing, like, that's not
we all
payment.
know motherfuckers that are like that.
Absolutely. Or guys that sit at the bar and are like trying to buy your drinks all night, and at the end of the night they're like, "Come on, you're going home with me." Fuck no.
You
Nobody
mean,
told you to buy my drinks. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah, but you don't buy, like, but I'm thinking that, like, I'm thinking that again, maybe you are right that sex has ruined a lot of things because now it's so easily accessible. Like, back in the day, remember back in the day, it was like you had to like earn it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
you wanted to guess what was under that girl's shirt. You know?
Bro, I remember being in grade 8, and like, remember, I'm a little older than you guys, right? So I remember being in grade 8, and if I had any friends that were not virgins in grade 8, they were straight whores. Like, nobody was losing their virginity until like the end of high school in my day. There was nobody in middle school having sex. Are you retarded? Like, no, no, it was not happening.
Yeah, but that's because there was shame associated to it. There was
Yeah, you're
shame.
right. There was a
So
lot of shame
there was
associated with
shame
sex
about
because of the way our parents raised us, right?
yeah, but there was shame about being pregnant at like let's say 15 or 16.
16, yeah. The shame
There
age,
was-
yeah.
But now it's not. But I feel like again to tie back to my first thing, I think a lot of women just bitch about certain things, and then I mean anyone could debate me on this, and I feel like a lot of a lot of women would bitch about certain shit, and then like they would get it. Like I mean, they would bitch, and then now it's like they're going after the same guys that they would swear that they would never deal with, the bums. Because it's
Yeah,
weird
I
because
know.
shit, but these losers keep nutting in these women, you know.
I know. And what is wrong? Like, I don't understand
So
that. Like,
somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. Somebody is telling a lie because it's either men aren't really not shit, you're just mad, or you just need dick.
It's these men. They just want to be nutting in everything. They want to raw dog everything. But my thing is, if you're not willing to have a child with somebody, why are you raw dogging it? If you're not willing to take it outside and admit to other people that you're raw dogging it, like, why are you having kids with this person?
Because they like the feeling.
Okay, I get it, but like, seriously?
Yo, I'm stupid as fuck.
Seriously, though?
Yeah.
Is it worth 18 years of child support? Like, these are kids. I would say, like, wrap it up more than fuck. At least you can live with AIDS now, but 18 years raising a child with somebody that you do not even like, that you wouldn't even take on road? What kind of shit is that? Like, legit.
No, you're off for that. But okay, like,
No,
what
but
do you
it's
mean?
true, and I mean, like, not just for men, for women too. Women are out
But
there
no man's
raw
gonna
dogging men
be
that they
like,
have no intentions for.
but no man's gonna be like, hey, I can't bring you outside. The fuck?
They're
Like,
not going to say it, bro, but actions speak louder than words. Hello?
yo, Quincy
If
Martin's
you're getting
killing me.
that, like, after 10 p.m. booty call, you know what it is. You're not, like, let's not be dumb. Let's not pretend.
As a man, when I was younger, there were certain girls that I had only seen, I think, after 11:30.
And what
Like,
was it?
it was what it was, but I wasn't looking for a
Exactly.
relationship.
So women need to stop lying to themselves. They need to stop, fantasizing and making up these, like, amazing relationships with dudes that are calling them at midnight for a piece of ass. He ain't your man. It is what it is. Know your role, stay in your lane, and keep it moving.
But how
If
you
you,
like? All right, all right. So like, you just said know your role, right? And
yeah,
keep it moving. But again, how do you have to be a man knowing that? Like, okay, here's the thing, right? I feel like it's biology because when you're running up in a bitch raw, sorry, a chick side, when you're running up in her raw, you're feeling like you just have this like, you need to procreate or some shit. Like you might be. I gotta leave
it's
my
natural for
legacy.
y'all because you're fucking animals.
Let me leave my legacy in you. Like 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 I don't know, right? But again, it's so many things. Like I just don't know how. And this is me as a man. I don't know how you as a woman could be sitting there and be like, "Yo, he's dusty and blah 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 and bitching and he's a shitty dad." You knew this man's mannerisms before you laid down with him. Like, there's no way
Yep,
that
I
you didn't know
agree.
he was selfish
I
and
agree.
considerate and whatever. Because trust me, the same behaviors that you see him doing now as a father, he's doing it to you, but you were just too in your sweet nothings to realize
Yeah,
what's going on. You see?
you had your
I
rose-colored glasses on. You thought, but that's the problem, right? Women think we can save y'all. Women think we can change you all. So we're like, oh yeah, we see the red flags and we're like, yeah, but it's not horrible. He's got potential and he can change. We need to
because
stop doing that to ourselves.
y'all are like the devil. The devil don't
The
worry about.
devil.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Y'all are the
Hear me
fucking
out.
demons calling us the devil.
Hear me out. The devil don't brag about someone he's already conquered. He doesn't
Hmm.
he doesn't gloat about the crackhead. He gloats about corrupting the pious one, the goody two shoes.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why you guys don't want to, you don't want the nerd because you don't want to say, what are you gonna brag about the nerd? I made him wear clothes better. Nah, you want to take the man from road and be like, oh, now he don't sell drugs no more or whatever, and now he's a family man, and I'm the reason why he left that life alone because you can brag about it. See,
No, I
listen,
think
men,
honestly,
hold
if
up,
we're going there,
men,
I believe that roots back to childhood trauma.
but hear me out though.
Um,
Men will leave a situation the second they realize it's bad. A woman will sit there and be like, I can work with this. I can
I
fix
know,
this.
I know, it's disgusting. It's
And it's
disgusting. He
sad.
did it for 8 years.
This is why you see what's going on over. This is
Because
why.
women never consider themselves first, right? So they put everything else in front of that. Like, oh my God, what is his family going to think? Oh my God, what is my family going to think? Oh my God, we have kids. Oh my God, we have a house together. Oh my God, we have, you know, cars, this, that. So we consider everything before we consider ourselves, where men are just like, I can't fucking take it. I'm out. I don't care about it, all the rest of it.
Yeah,
Women are emotional beings, men are physical beings, right? So women will carry a burden a lot more so than a man because they can't handle the emotional stress and trauma like a woman can. You know what I mean? Men are physically stronger, but women are emotionally stronger.
so but so are you just so basically, yeah, but I think to tie into your point, I think that's why again you do need both people in the house,
Absolutely. To balance each other out.
right? Because
For
again,
sure.
I think that's why I think that's why hold up and just responding to Quincy because he's trying to join. Yeah, so I think that's why because I think when you have like I think your mom's supposed to help you with the emotional shit, and then I think when dad's around, dad's supposed to instill like discipline and like all that other shit, right?
Absolutely.
But again, I think
And dad provides protection and security and safety. You're right.
I think too many of these men nowadays too are being raised by by by
Women.
by, by
By
women,
women.
and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing because I was raised by a single mom, but
No, it is what it is, though, right?
but again,
I'm a
your mom.
single mom. I've raised 3 kids by myself, and I can't teach my kids what their father could. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad that their dad is around and he does do his best with them. And I have a lot of male cousins and stuff in my family, so they have good male role models. And I'm like very strict, right? So I'm on it, but too many kids are being raised by women alone, and they're not getting the integral pieces that a man brings into a home.
Yeah, but again, you're as a man, your mom can't teach you how to scrap, how to shave, all that shit. Like
Yeah.
your mom can't teach you that shit.
Well, I
Just
did,
like
but
how your dad
I taught
can't.
my kids that, but I grew up in the hood. You know what I mean? Like I had no choice but to learn how to fight.
But that's why like your dad can't teach your daughter like how to like. I mean, he could teach her self defense and shit, but
Yeah.
there's certain aspects that like
Yep.
like you as a man you have to like teach your child like you learn from both parents like
Absolutely. Like
and this
I
isn't
can't
ignorant.
teach my son
This
how
is
to protect and provide and lead a family as a man because I'm not a man.
and I can speak on it because like I'm not gonna lie, I was coddled and shit, but then when I moved out on my own, like I had like a lot of shit to
Culture
learn. Like,
shock, right?
yeah, I like yo,
Yeah.
like
You have to figure it out.
first time I lived on my own and like doing grocery shopping and shit, like I remember having to get like an old lady to like help me out to like choose like tomatoes and shit because I didn't know how to do that shit, right? But again, I do think that like when it comes to relationships and everything, I think we all need each other in this kind of like intertwined
I
situation.
believe so too.
But I think we can learn from each other. But I think I want to hear more from women about
I
like
believe we need to get back to the solid family unit, yo. And I've
hold
talked to you about this
on,
before. Like,
wait, the fuck up, man. Like the man telling me to grow up and be an adult, guy, and face your responsibilities, guy. I hate this man. Don't you have some homework to go do, guy? Yo, I'm fucking dead. Yo, holy shit. Yeah, you yeah, but again, I wanted to do this because I know we talk so much ignorance all the time, but it's like I wanted to give women a chance to, you
Speak on
know,
reality.
speak on reality. Because again, I know
Mhm.
me and Propane talk a lot of shit, right?
Well, here's
Propane
the
and
thing too, right? These are things that have to be instilled in the next generation in order for them to really make a way for the generation after them. Like, if we keep going the way we're going, what is the world going to look like?
I don't know, but I think I think we do need to start thinking about this stuff because I mean I think the only thing that we know right now is clubbing and acting stupid, like
And
so
Instagram models and females, like, this is what really pisses me off. And you know me, like, I'm all about woman empowerment. You know it because you bug me about it all the time. But these females that are out there showing their ass for likes and like just doing stupidness, and they're not doing it in the right way. Like, I could see if you were doing it to empower yourself, like free the titties, like the whole 9 yards, right? But they're
hold
not.
up, hold up,
They're
hold up,
doing
hold
it
up,
for
hold up.
male attention.
All right, we got Quincy in the conversation. What
Hey,
up?
what up?
Long time, G.
What's going on?
What's all good, man? We just want to hear
I'm here.
people's
I'm just
opinions.
listening. I'm just listening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some wild things being said, but I had to listen. Some wild things being said here, man.
Y'all
Super
talking
wild.
things, bro.
Where,
Talking things.
where you want me to start?
Whoever's
What's so
wrong,
wild?
whoever's wrong,
What's
speak
wild?
your mind, man. Speak
This
your
this.
mind.
I mean,
Hold up. We
it's.
got more people too coming in this shit. Oh
Oh
man,
man,
yo, let's go,
yeah.
man. All right, go on, man.
I don't even know where to begin. I'm listening to it, and I think it's a cycle more than anything. I think women do something
Absolutely.
and men do something, and it's a cycle. You know what I'm
So
saying?
hurt
So
people,
like,
hurt
Vicious
people.
cycle.
it's hurt people hurt people. It's single women keep women single. It's men not taking
Yep.
accountability. It's women not taking accountability. Let's
I
just be
agree.
honest, man. Like, it's not men are this and women are that. I mean,
Exactly.
it's not really none of that stuff. But the bigger problem is we're old and ain't nobody young listening to us. Think
It's
when you
being
were 18.
perpetuated.
Think when you were 18 and somebody 27 was telling you something. You weren't listening
Yeah,
to them.
you're like you can't tell
You know
me
what I'm saying?
nothing.
When you meet these old bags who are like fucking 44 and they got 2, 3 kids and ain't
Hey,
nobody
hey,
trying to marry them.
hey, hey.
Relax, relax, relax. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. Okay? Hold up. Hold up.
I'm
Hold up.
joking.
Hold up. Hold up. And they're sitting there like, yo, I should have done this different and I should have done that different. A 21-year-old girl's not listening to them. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, she's
Yeah.
not listening unless it's her auntie or
No, she ain't listening to
her
her auntie either because
friend's
her auntie ain't
mom or
married either.
somebody,
No,
you
no, no.
know?
She ain't. But here's the other thing. Unless it really sets in and they have some real regrets, but of course, we promote now regrets on everything. Unless it really
Yeah.
sets in and they have some real regret, they're not even issuing those kind of statements or instilling that kind of knowledge in the younger generation anyway. This is
I
why
don't even
single
think it's
women
about
keep women
regret.
single.
I don't
That
even
is
think it's
true.
about regrets. I
That
think
is
it's
true
about
because
healing.
No, it is about regrets. Feeling regret is a feeling. Let's
No,
just
I
be
said
honest.
healing. Healing. These women are
No,
unhealed
that's just a
and
trendy word.
perpetuating their behavior.
Sure, yeah,
okay.
that's just a trendy word. Yeah, healing. They're hurt. Who gives a fuck? Either way, they're old, single, lonely, sad, depressed, whatever the fuck it is. One of four of them are on some goddamn meds or some shit. They all got anxiety or some bullshit. Give me a break, man. I ain't even heard about anxiety till fucking like 2018, and every white person, like 1 in 4 white people, got anxiety all of a sudden. It's just messed up, and all people are doing is just spinning it around and spinning it around, and no one wants to take any accountability. What we have to do
I
as human
agree.
beings is set standards for each other. And we have to set
Yep.
standards for ourselves. And if you don't set a standard for yourself, at the end of the day, it's your fault. We talking about pregnancy and single moms. You know whose fault it is that somebody is a single mom? The fucking
Single moms.
bitch. It's her goddamn fault.
All
Yep.
right,
It doesn't
but
matter
hold
what
up,
it
hold up,
doesn't
hold up.
hold. I'm not finished. I'm not
Go ahead,
finished.
man. No,
It
no, go
doesn't
ahead.
matter. It doesn't matter what the man said to her. It doesn't matter that she chose none of that stuff. She chose to have a baby and she chose to have a baby while not being wed. It's
She could
that
have protected
simple.
herself.
You
So you're
get
saying
what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know about that because when you look at divorce rates, like
I'm
there are a
sorry.
lot of single moms who are divorced.
Uh,
So there's not you can't really say that, well, it's their fault because they had children. Yes, maybe the women who got pregnant without being married, but there's no guarantee with marriage anyways, because so many things can happen. People die, people go through shit, and you don't know
mm.
how they're gonna react. You can't spend people change in
Well,
small amounts of
Mel,
time. Like every 5 years we change. So it's like you can marry someone and they can be like a great parent and like something can happen in their life. They lose a parent themselves, whatever it is. And that could
Mhm.
change them, but you didn't initially meet them. So you can't turn around and say, well, it's your fault. You should have
mhm.
known who they were, but
Well, hold on a
because you
sec,
don't
Mel.
know until it happens. So
Mel,
I don't know.
I hear everything that you're saying, but there's some statistics that you're kind of missing here. Okay. First things first. What is the divorce rate at this very moment?
It
50%, right?
depends.
50%.
Over
So
50,
50. So
over
hold on. If it's over 50%, who cares if it's, let's say it's 55%. That means 55% of marriages are lasting, right? And 45% of marriages are divorcing, right? That's what we're getting. 0% of shacking up is lasting the test of time. 0%. Okay, that's number one. Number two, just remember this, and I want women to know this. Every woman that's out here listening, just remember, if you were married and divorced, you're divorced.
Mhm.
If you were never married, you're a single mom. They're two completely different categories of a woman. So
But
what
I don't
men do
think
is when you meet a
how someone
divorced
raises a
woman,
child has anything to do with their relationship status, to be honest, because in this generation now. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
Like, I
but
think that there's so many people who are together in marriages regardless. Like, when you look at that other 50%, right? Like, you still have to look at the statistics of why they're even married. You can't assume that just because there's 50% of people who are still married that they're in happy marriages,
that is
right?
the
So
Exactly.
biggest load of bullshit I'll ever hear ever in
no,
my
but
life.
no,
And
but
I will tell you exactly why. At the end of the day, if you're married, everything is different in terms of your family structure, how your children are
Mhm.
being brought up, what they need in terms of resources, financially. Like you said, Isabel, the family unit.
Mhm.
Look at the NHL, for example. 77% of the players in the NHL come from complete homes.
Yeah.
To suggest that just because people are married means they can't be happy, I mean, or there's a chance that they're not happy. Well, people are just in relationships and are just not happy. We also have to assume that there are happy marriages that actually work and benefit. So
But it's I don't
what
think
happens
it.
is, hold on, one more sec. What happens is people denounce marriage and they start shitting on it. And they start saying stuff
Mhm.
like, well, maybe they're not happy. Maybe they're just staying together. Maybe it's just for
mm,
finances. Maybe it's too expensive to break up.
mm,
What about the good things about marriage?
I
Where
think you're
you're marrying your
misunderstanding what
best
I meant
friend?
by that.
Maybe I am.
Yeah, you are
No, but
because
my belief
like
is like
if you know me, like Tristan knows me, like I'm a marriage person. So, but
Okay.
I'm saying that like statistically, when you look at it logically, um, for one, like I'll just give you a little background. Like I work with youth, right?
Mm,
Um, and a lot of my youth come from two-parent households,
mm.
and it's unimaginable what's happening in families now. Like I'm saying, it's it's so different than it was 10 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's so different. It is so expensive to get divorced. It is I'm not saying that everyone who's married in the statistics is not happy. I'm
Mm.
just saying there's a whole other thing that's happening in the background, and you can't put how a child is raised, but you can't, like, yes, statistically, if a child doesn't come from a two parent household, they
They're at a disadvantage.
they're more vulnerable. Yes, exactly.
yeah.
Mm-hmm,
But instead of that's life now. Like that's just a generation. That's a society we live in. And so
Mhm.
I always tell parents, especially single moms and single dads, stop sitting here and telling me that, well, their mom isn't doing this, their dad isn't doing this. Okay,
Yeah,
you don't
stop
have a
worrying about
man
what
in
the
the
other
house.
parent's doing.
You don't have a man in the house, then don't sit there and tell me my kid is never going to learn self-defense. Put them in self-defense classes. Don't tell me that your child is never going to be able to be vulnerable because they don't have a mother in a house. Put them in counseling. Put them in arts. Put them in we cannot use not being in relationships or the type of relationships that we're in as an excuse to how we were raised. And I just came out of treatment, and one thing I learned was that inner child, that, you know how Isabel, you're talking about healing and all that.
Yep.
We always want someone else to heal that inner child, especially the people that hurt us as children.
It has to
And
be
we
you.
can't. It has to be you. Unfortunately, it sucks, but you have to parent that inner child. When you feel, okay, I'm insecure about this because of something that happened to me as a child. You can't use that. People are just using it as an excuse. Like you said, Quinn, everyone's saying that they have anxiety. Everybody's saying, kids are saying, I can't go to school today because I'm anxious. No, you're going to get your fucking ass and you're going to go to school and we're going to work through it. That's the thing. And people right now don't even want to do it for themselves. So I don't feel like relationships aren't working or people are giving up their bodies because of anything but themselves. Everyone just has to take accountability for their decisions themselves. That's it.
I like what you're saying, Mel, and the way you articulate that I agree with, right? I just think also at the same time, as people have to make better decisions going into lifetime changing decisions. Okay. If someone's not looking to marry you, someone's really not looking to take you seriously. Let's just be honest. And if someone's not looking to take you seriously, like you said, Isabel, is this really the person you want to have a kid with? Let's just be honest.
You have to date with intention.
You understand?
Like, what is your intention behind dating someone?
Exactly. And this is what
not
happens.
Even just laying down with someone.
And then thank you very much for saying that, Mel. Because then what happens? You start hearing everything you're saying. You're hearing, right? His dad's not doing this. Her mom's not doing that. Well, again, what did you expect if you met this girl at the ring on Friday and you're busting inside of her raw on Wednesday and you don't care about nothing? Well, what do you expect? You didn't get to find out their morals, their values, their background. This isn't somebody you wanted to take serious. Like you said, Isabel, this is somebody you want to take out on date. She's an indoor girl. You're trying to see her at 2:00 in the morning only. I mean, if you're breeding for this person, take some accountability. And if that person is breeding for the other person, take some accountability. If people aren't making the right decisions, guess what? Don't cry to me about being a single mom and your baby dad ain't shit. You wanted to be a single mom. And the only way you were going to do it was by being with a guy that ain't shit.
I think the whole single mom definition is getting twisted too, because just because you are the primary caregiver for that child does not make you a single mother. If the other parent is, a hands-on friggin' parent in that child's life, and he's there, whether it be every weekend, every other weekend, or whatever.
Yeah.
If he is a part of that child's life, you are not a single mother.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to beg to differ. That is exactly what a single mom is. A single mom is the primary caregiver of a child who is unwed. That is what a single mother is, by definition. But either way, if the man, let me tell you something. Don't tell me shit about single dads. I can't stand that term. You who sees your kid every other weekend. So let's go with, I don't know.
You're a dad who's single. You're not a single dad.
Thank you. Don't tell me shit about seeing your kid, I don't know, 3.5 days a month, right? Where you pick your kid up on Friday at 3:15, dump them off at your mom's. Okay, and the kid's in bed by 9 and you're still on the road at the ring again trying to find a next indoor gal. And then Wednesday you hang with your kid. And then Sunday at 2 p.m. you drop them back off at your mom and you don't see them again until the 14th. Don't tell me shit about you're a single dad. Nah, man, you're single and you're in your kid's life. But a single mom is a primary caregiver.
Co-parenting? If both parents are actively co-parenting, you're not a single mom.
No, that's exactly what you are.
I think it depends on the situation. I see where you're coming from, because there are women who are separated or whatever from the dad, but they feel like they will not say one bad thing about their baby daddy. They're like, that man is like, even though he has the kids overnight on weekends. He will show up during the week. He comes and picks them up multiple times during the week. He checks in on them. He's connected with the school. He picks them up from whatever. So I get
he's
where
there
you're
for all the
coming from, but that is a super,
he
super
takes
small
them to the
percentage.
dentist. He takes them to the
Say that
doctor.
again. Say that again, Mel. It's a super small
It's
percentage.
extremely small.
It's a
super
small
percentage.
percentage. Super small.
Question though.
Yeah.
Question though. So, yeah, because you touched on some really good points, right? And I do know that, for example, I know in certain cultures, like if you are having unprotected sex with somebody, it is viewed as you're trying to have a future with them. So I do know that, like,
That's true.
Which culture is that?
What culture is that?
China.
What?
I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people from a lot of nations and too. And like we've had conversation about life and stuff, and they said like it's not viewed as you running up because again, like he said, that's a life-changing action. You're not just gonna raw dog everybody because again, like it's like certain. It's kind of like
says who?
What do you mean says who?
He says in
I
China.
will
Yo, relax.
say, I will say,
it's kind of like all right, if you're living with somebody, you know, at one point in time before things were different. Now, if you're living with somebody, the expectation was your relationship's getting serious and you know you're trying to go to the next step. But like you said earlier with the single, you're not a single parent thing. Do you view it as like as long as someone is active in their lives every day? Like, because I know some some dads who, yeah, they do have their kid on the weekend, but like, you know, they're calling every day. They're doing what they're supposed to do. And you know, when it's their weekend or whatever, it's like you don't see them outside. They're
but those same dads don't even have a fucking room for their kid in their fucking apartment. So not
okay.
even entertaining.
I agree with Quinn. Whoever is the primary caretaker where those children are sleeping,
you get me.
That is the single parent. Anyone else is
Everyone
just
else is single and just happens to have a
parent
kid.
that's single. Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's so different. Like, yes, it's great that men and women are checking in on their kids daily, even though they don't have them overnight all the time, and they're consistent with picking them up every weekend, whatever they've worked out with each other. But at the end of the day, it is so different having a child full time. It is it's great to have that little relief every other weekend, but it is extremely different. Anything can change with, kids. Things can change in a second, right? You got a kid and you got two other kids, you got three kids in total, and one kid just decides to go sliding down the hallway and bash their head into the wall. Now it's you and three other kids going to the hospital, and you know what I mean? Like, it's just a completely different type of responsibility.
Dynamic.
And yeah, so I understand where you're coming from, Isabel, and I think you're saying that based off of your probably life experience and what you see.
Yeah, my own experience.
Because I honestly, all of my girls have the same. All my girls who have baby dads, they have great relationships. I'm not surrounded really by that negative. Yeah.
Yeah. And my thing is, I don't care what my view is of him as a person, but as a father, I can't complain. You know what I mean? Because he does co-parent well and he is there for our child. So I can't dog him for that.
Yeah. Someone said, but can't the father step up while you go to the hospital? Absolutely. But I almost guarantee you he won't be able to do anything until you've already reached the hospital. You're just in chaos. When the emergency happens, it's so chaotic that you just go, and then figure out things later.
You guys are polite, baby. You guys are polite. Yeah, nice.
Because it's Sunday, G.
It's the Lord's Day.
Yeah.
Lord's Day,
my baby dad is this and this and this. Oh my god, yo! I wish.
I think that comes with age and experience as well, though, right? I'm sure 10 years ago, I'd be the same one saying my baby daddy ain't shit. You know what I mean? But I think with age and experience, you know, you grow to see like it's not about you anymore. It's about your kids. So I don't care. Me and him hate each other sometimes. Believe me, there's times where we cuss the shit out of each other. But that ain't got shit to do with our kid. So I have to like compartmentalize things. So my feelings for him as a human being aren't necessarily my feelings for him as a parent. Because he's there for his kid. I have to give him that, you know?
No, because like the reason why I wanted today's topic was because like I just wanted to hear a female's perspective on certain things. Because like, it's like when you're on social media, and I know everyone hates social media, but like you do see a lot of women posting memes about how they want this and that, but it's like their personal actions don't reflect what they post. But I do know like everything on social media is a facade, anyways. But
yeah, take it with a grain of salt because there's people out here who appear a certain way, but when you get to know them, you'd be very surprised.
Yeah. But here's the
because you
thing,
know yourself that
sometimes-
I'm going to put out there what I want you to know about me, and that's it. No one's going to ever know what I'm like in a relationship except for the person I'm in a relationship with. You can believe whatever you want other than that, and I don't care. So,
yeah, I think that
but
again goes with
sometimes these women
standards.
are putting out there what they want, but when they get it, they're not used to having it, so they don't even know how to accept it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like they're fronting or they're lying. Like this is what they really want. They want that nice guy. You know what I mean? But then when they get the nice guy, they've never experienced the nice guy, so they don't know.
One nice guy. We talked about this a couple of days ago.
how are you supposed to deal? How are you supposed to deal?
Nice guy finished last. Right?
Hold on. What?
That's why you're sitting real miserable over there. You're a nice guy. You're miserable, you
I'm
know.
not miserable. I'm just saying. Right? This is what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's hard for you to deal with gold when all you've dealt with was trash all your life. So that's what I'm trying to understand. I'm not. No, don't. Yo, whoever posted that hopeless romantic thing, yo, you're getting a bad.
You are a hopeless romantic. You are.
I'm not a hopeless romantic.
You're giving everyone hope. You know what times I get people coming, oh, Tristan is such a nice guy. Tristan I want more guys like Tristan. No, don't make him sit up here and fool you, you know. Don't do it.
Tristan's a dick about nice guy. He's a dick.
What do you mean? I'm not a dick, guy.
Oh man.
No, I believe you have wholesome values.
Outside that you guys have said, yo, we just clean the carpets. Don't bring that thing in the house. Don't even do that.
No, I believe you have wholesome values. I believe you do, but you're not perfect. You could be a dick too. You're a man.
This one told me, yo, don't bring that thing back outside again ever again. Yo, all right.
We're not playing.
Craziness. I talk the most, Tash. I don't talk the most, man. I just spit facts. It's true. There's no such thing as nice guys. I'm telling you. Like I said on Wednesday, unless you're treating everybody with the same respect, you're not a nice guy. Don't do that. Don't end up like one of them guys online. Oh, but I paid for dinner. Like, nah, none of that. What's your take on that, Profane?
What is it?
Nice guys.
Huh?
Nice guys or nice girls.
That's what I said. Nice guys finish last, and nice girls are boring. I'm sorry. They're boring. I'm not gonna lie, yo. Nice girls are boring.
You never met.
Okay.
Yeah, I met nice girls and I just tossed them away. They're just boring. I'm sorry.
What makes them boring?
You have a little rugged.
What makes them boring though?
Huh?
Boring
What
how?
makes them
Sexually?
boring?
Is that what we're talking about here? Nice girls are boring sexually?
Oh, yeah. Sexually, yes.
Stop it.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but you probably gave off that energy. And so, you know, like sometimes like women have this intuition where we could tell that you may believe in something about us. So like, for example, like dating guys, sometimes they'll say, well, you're so nice, you're so sweet, whatever. And then you can kind of tell by their body language or how they act that it's not what they're used to. Just like Isabel said, like women don't know how to receive that nice guy that they've been asking for. And so when we feel that, I'm sorry, you're not going to see like that nasty part of me and stuff because you're making me feel insecure.
Yeah, Tristan talking. Tristan,
I'm gonna shut that right down.
Wait. How do you get punished for having manners and things? So if you're showing manners, you're so nice and so sweet, and the girl's like, I'm not gonna show you to give you the gok 3,000.
I can't
say that
wait.
again. Sorry,
I cannot wait until one of these nice girls throws you fuckers for a loop, makes your toes curl, and has you running her fucking down every day of the week. I cannot wait.
It happens. It does.
It does happen, and that's when they get
just
fucking
haven't
hooked
met
and look
They
like
just
dummies.
haven't met her yet.
Yeah, exactly.
But when they do,
So you would get farther being a douchebag than being a decent human being. That's what you're saying.
It's true.
Not with me.
It's true.
no.
Douchey men like that, I look
Right
at them and I'm like, I don't judge people. I don't, because like whoever wants to do whatever with whatever is their business. It ain't got shit to do with me. But if I was looking for somebody, those guys couldn't even look my way. Are you retarded?
Yeah,
the guy who's fucked 30 girls in the same club.
Yeah.
Hell no. Fuck no.
Nah,
You ain't even sucking my toe.
Whoa, stop. He's not going to come out right off the bat and be like, yo, I slept with 30 girls in this club. You're not going to find out until about 6 months.
No, but we're not dumb.
You don't have to tell
us
a number. You don't have to, just the stories you say and everything, we can put it together.
Well, not even that. Girls talk. They'll be like, oh, I hit that. He's married. I hit that. Like, girls talk just as much as guys do. Just
and
like
men tell themselves all the time.
That's why when you
if he's talking to a girl and you see him talking to her, you're gonna be like, "Yo, bro, I slapped that." Like, girls do the same shit, just not as vulgar.
Mm-hmm.
So girls go to their, I slept with him, like straight up. They have that conversation.
Yeah, him and I were talking, or I slept with him.
Yep.
But profane, am I lying?
Or don't hit that. Don't go near that. He's married.
And that's how fights happen at the ring, And that's how fights happen at the ring, Right there.
You guys think that you have sneaky links, but you don't. There's no secret that's kept better than just keeping it to yourself. All these men think that they have all these sneaky links and that they're never going to get found out. You don't even realize that she's told everybody and everyone else is just keeping it a secret.
The group chat, bro. Like,
yep, the group chat. Oh my gosh. There's Facebook groups. There's everything. Like, it's wild.
I can tell you what your balls look like, and I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know how many times I've been at the club and gone into the bathroom for a female to follow me and ask me about a man? Like, it's they will watch you at the club, and if they see you even just hug someone, they will follow you into the bathroom, and they will have a whole conversation with you about it.
Wait, guys will do that? You're saying guys will do that?
No,
sorry,
girls do.
No, females do it. I said.
Go to the bathroom
okay.
and bring her outside, or else the whole operation
like,
over.
Yeah, like I will hail up my brethren, somebody I've never had nothing with, but just hail him up, give him a little side hug, whatever. Go into the bathroom and I have girls coming in about, how do you know him? Who is he? Is he married? Does he have baby mama? La 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 la. Because me and him are talking.
And you go chat this whole business, You'll fill them in,
No. I always say, yo, go talk to him because I don't know. Like, I just know him to see him. I don't know his life, right? Because, like, I'm not about putting people out there either, but it happened. If she's my friend now, I'm going to be like, yo, leave that shit alone.
Mm-hmm.
If it's my girl, I'm going to give her the info. Hell yeah, because I'm not going to let her make herself look stupid on road.
Don't under any circumstances.
But if it's somebody I don't know, you got to find out for yourself, my girl. Just like everybody else.
I just say I don't know what you're talking about and walk away.
Because you girls are like the CIA and shit.
Yeah, we are.
Y'all find out about everything. You can't even hide nobody.
No, but here's the thing. What you guys don't understand is that we don't go out there investigating. That shit comes to us.
Okay, I do.
Y'all be playing Sherlock Holmes and shit. Don't do that and Matlock.
I swear. I don't even
I
have to
will.
investigate. Shit comes to me and I'm like, oh my God. Like I could have gone my whole life without knowing this.
Yeah. Well, there are tiers. Like if I meet a guy and, you know, he gives me a social media, I do like a, you know, the first level of investigating where I'll just like kind of go through the pictures and everything, but I won't say anything. Just kind of give me like a foundation and that's it. Other than that, Isabel's right. It just comes to us. And men tell on themselves more than anything. So
men are so dumb. They think they're so slick. You guys don't understand. Like, you think your slickness is getting you anywhere. We see past it. Like, women have serious intuition.
Yes,
so we can feel it. Like, we can feel just by your energy when you walk in the house that you were banging another bitch an hour ago.
So then
we
why
know.
is it taking so long to find out the truth? Or y'all
It's
just
not that we don't take. Listen, you know what it is? Is because most women, I can't speak for all, but most women are not going to say shit to their man and uproot their household until they have proof, until they have the receipts. Because why am I going to go and cause chaos in my household with my kids, my man, my life, if I don't have the proof and the receipts?
Yeah.
I'm going to stack those receipts and stack that proof. And when the day comes, I'm slapping you in the face with it and I'm out.
But y'all still take him back even with the overwhelming evidence. So who's winning in this? Really?
Not always.
Wait, say that again?
You guys are always end up taking him back.
Not always. I'm the kind of person, once I'm done, I'm done. There ain't no stepping back.
That's a wild statement.
Especially if the dick's good, you know. Especially if the dick's good.
No. Good dick is all over, though. You can find good dick all over. You can find another one. No.
And I'm not saying I'm not saying I won't break up with somebody. That's what you guys
tell yourself, to accept the fact that someone has left you because you're a shitty person, but that's not true.
It's a fact.
No, it's not.
Listen, if my boy gets put out because he gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar, listen, if his shit's in plastic in garbage bags, he's coming back in a weekend. Like,
but here's the thing: I don't put them out. When I've left, I don't put a man out. I pack my shit and I bounce and I leave everything except for my personal belongings and I start fresh because I don't want shit to remind me of you. Not a thing, not a fork, not a plate, not a couch, nothing. You can have it all because I don't want to see it. I'm telling you.
That's cool.
Some of us are not like that.
I don't do that. Don't do that.
I ain't putting no man's stuff outside to have embarrassed myself with my neighbors and have my man's bags outside. You mad?
And then you're making a mad chicken and grits, gang. Get out of here.
Yeah. No. I'm not gonna lie and say that like I haven't broke up with somebody and like gone back once or twice for a little, you know, but like relationship wise, no. I've always been the one that's like, this don't change shit. It is what it is. It don't change shit.
Gone back for a little while.
And females will say that they went back because of the dick, but it's not true. We lie about that stuff. It's not true. We're just too embarrassed really to admit that we don't really know why we went back, or that we're just comfortable, or we don't feel confident enough to think that we're going to find somebody else. So it's so much easier because we know that's the acceptable thing. Yeah, they didn't want to leave. So it's so easy to say, yeah, he got good dick. All right, that's why I went back. Because people are going to laugh, right? And the conversation's over.
Why? What's the thing?
Some women don't want to leave either because they're like, oh yeah, okay, he cheated on me, but he ain't busted my face open like my dad did my mom, so it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? They make excuses and shit, so they don't want to leave, but they have to prove a point because if they don't, then dude's gonna just run all over them, right? So they have to show that they ain't about it. So they leave and then they come back. And they say it's the dick or the kids or whatever, financials.
Well, you don't think that's giving the guy the power? Like, he's still going to do it anyway. He's going to have his cake and eat you knowing that you're going to go back.
You are giving the guy the power because, again, at the end of the day, when the only one that's looking stupid when you think it back is you.
That's what you guys think.
I know.
Like, it's just...
Yeah, because the guy never looks bad. The guy never looks bad.
Never looks bad.
Never looks bad, eh? Never.
No,
We never look.
so
Even
stupid.
back in the day when you, even in the back in the day
That
when you,
no, you guys don't openly look back, but that's not true.
no, look at it. The guy never looks
You
back.
guys will never
Never
admit
look
to it in
back.
public, but that's not
Even
true.
back in the day when you used to get like divorces and shit, it was the woman's
No,
fault.
they don't look bad, is what he's saying. They don't look like
Oh,
bad.
bad.
men.
I thought you said don't look back. I was like, yeah, they do all the time. Oh, they don't look bad. Okay, yeah, I understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I don't
guys
know
look
why
good.
it's like socially acceptable for men to do all of these things and get away with it, and then the woman have to bear the brunt of it all.
We're
And like,
hunters.
oh,
We're
look at
supposed to
her,
fuck
she
up. That's in
destroyed
our
her
nature.
family.
Listen, guys are supposed to fuck up. That's in our nature, okay? We're more accepted to like fuck up. That's it. That's
Yeah, but
why
it's also
No,
in your
you're not supposed
nature.
to fuck up. No, it's not in your
It's
nature. That's
also in a man's
absolutely incorrect.
nature
we're supposed to fuck up.
Take
to provide,
accountability.
protect, and lead. It's also in a man's nature to provide, protect, and lead. So what the
True.
fuck happened to all that?
What
You guys
happened?
dropped the
You guys
provide,
are
the
so
protect, and
men are
lead,
so quick to
and just
accept the
held on to
negative
the
things,
fuck up.
but
What
no.
are we gonna do with providing, protecting, and leading? We can't make mistakes along the way. Like I'm not too sure
I
what's
thought
going on.
y'all were strong.
Yeah, but you guys aren't providing and protecting and fucking leading. You're
There's
just
guys
fucking
that
up.
There's guys that provide, protect, and lead and still fuck up anyway. There's guys that provide, protect, and still fucking cheat and do all that stuff.
I agree. And and I think some of those relationships, there's an agreement, like do what you do. Don't let it affect the house. Don't let me hear about it. Don't disrespect me on road. Don't make nobody call my phone or come to the house. Those types of men are the men that keep that shit on the DL, and nobody's coming to the wife or the baby mama. Nowadays, fuck. Okay.
That's facts. That's facts.
Everybody
But
knows
why do you
everything
feel like
nowadays.
why do men feel like so much, like it's so much easier for you guys to accept, like you just said, we're supposed to fuck up, we're men, like that's just how it is. But like, how come it's easier for you to accept that, but when someone says something like you guys are supposed to protect, lead, you guys are like, oh, but we still cheat even if we do that? Like, I think it's a societal problem. Like we're like, men do this, we just need to accept it. Women do this, so we need to accept it. That's not true. We're all capable of being like good people. It doesn't
But
matter.
I also think it's a cultural thing too. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are Caribbean men, you know what I mean? And I know in the Caribbean, it is socially acceptable for a man to have more than one woman.
She's gonna put
No,
that.
you guys are pretty much raised to know that that's the norm.
I'll just leave it out there. I don't cheat. So
Tristan, stop this.
Fuck.
Why do you always do this? You always say you. Speak for all the men. Black men don't cheat. Don't do that.
No, I don't cheat for real though. I don't cheat.
I'm just saying, I think it has a lot to do with cultural upbringing and just society we have normalized so many things that shouldn't be normalized. And then other things that should be normalized, like taking care of your fucking responsibilities when it comes to your child or your home. They're not really being, and I'm not speaking for all men, because there are men out there who are doing it and they're doing it well. But I just think in the last 10, 20 years, there has been an uproar of like shit, like dusty men who just don't do nothing. They don't take care of their kids. They're not providing for their home. They're not doing anything. They're just out there fucking throwing community dick all over the place.
Community dick. That's so true.
You wanna know why? Because in 2023, you women accept that. You know what I mean? Back in the day, 20 years ago, women would just like, add the sense of like, yo, fuck.
Okay, but here's the thing. Even if women do accept it, right? Like, shouldn't you just want more for yourself? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
I know I can be a slut. Like, I know I can be a slut. But I'm not going to do it just because I know I can do it and men are going to allow me to do it. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know.
Just because females will be okay with that doesn't mean that you have to drop your integrity for somebody else. Like, nobody could fucking tell me what to do or what degree of integrity to hold myself to. Like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it proud, and I'm not going to have no regrets. But it's like, I'm not going to be like, oh, okay, so a man's going to let me have 3 different men on the go at the same time. So that's what I'm going to do. Hell fucking no, I'm not, because I will not disrespect myself like that.
no man's gonna allow you to do that. No man's.
I know. I'm just saying.
Oh, I
I'm
agree
just
with that
saying.
person's comment.
Stop this foolishness right now. Like,
They won't let you knowingly.
but you know what? Back in the day, women would like tell you from the jump, be like, "I'm not gonna tolerate this and that."
Yeah.
Now they just like, okay, you want to go out all every weekend? Sure, don't spend no time. I don't give a fuck.
I think, and
Who said
when
that?
you guys say it's because women are okay with it, I think that's right. Because I think in the beginning, a lot of women are submissive and they let men get away with things because they're like in that pick me, pick me, pick me stage where they just want you to be with them. And then when you guys get together, they think shit's gonna change, but they're not because you've already trained him to disrespect you because you've allowed it from the beginning.
Facts.
You have to
And people
set your
don't even
boundaries
understand,
from
like,
the jump.
yeah. And there's like women right now don't even understand like what submissive means. Like they don't have like the real understanding of what that
Okay, break
means.
it down.
They're
Break
like,
it down.
I'm
Break
a
it down to
woman,
it.
so
Break
I'm
it
going to
down
be
to it.
submissive to this man who's giving me attention. But you don't like a lot of women right now don't understand like there's things that he needs to do that you will naturally
Make
become
you submit.
submissive. Yeah.
Exactly.
But
if I'm going to submit,
yeah, and
that
so
means you're leading. That means you're taking control of the family. You're making us feel safe and secure. Because if I
Mhm.
have to be the dominant one in the relationship, what the fuck are you here for?
Yeah. If
I'm
you're
not
being
submitting to a man
submissive
who
for
can't
attention,
lead.
then you're 100% a pick me, like 100%. Yeah.
So I'm just
Women will
listening.
willingly give man the role of head of household if he is doing what he's supposed to be doing.
I agree.
Listen, women pay 1-2 light bill and they think they're the man of the house. You know.
Stop your shit right now. Stop
Who
your
said
shit
that?
right
Yo, who
now.
said that? Who dropped that in the comments?
Nah, no, what's up?
Yeah.
Can't pay 1, 2, 3, 4, $5 billion to think you run shit. No,
You
move from
get
here.
1-2 light bill thing.
Yeah, yeah.
She's the
Wow.
castle
Stop
now.
the
It's just the way
shit.
it is. That's
You think,
hilarious.
it's crazy, man. Like it's crazy. I don't know. It's just weird because like when you have female friends and they talk to you about whatever's going on in their lives, and you're just sitting there and you're just like.
But here's the thing: when I'm saying lead the household, when I'm saying lead the family, I'm not necessarily talking about financials either, because I could be the one who's out there working, bringing home the bread, and my man could be at home taking care of the house and the kids and everything else, and I'm still letting him be the leader. But because I'm out bringing in the money, doesn't mean that I'm the man of the house.
I'm
He's
just saying,
still
but
doing everything that he's supposed to be doing to secure our home.
you're talking for a small percentage of women because there's like 95% of the women that make more bread than their man think they're the man of the household. You're talking for a small percentage of women. You know this,
I don't
right?
know. I've always made more money than my partner, and it's never been an issue. It's a non-issue.
But then you're kind
And
of
you're
Because I
belonging
don't
to
think money equates position in a household.
it does because if you're
Not for me,
making
it doesn't.
listen, if you're making more money than a man, or the man feels like you are in a higher position than him.
Yeah, maybe in a
let's just-
man's mind, but I don't let them know that I make more money than them. Because I know men have egos, and that is something that's going to ride his ego, and it's going to cause problems between me and him. Because he's automatically going to assume in his ego that because I make more money, that I feel like I have more importance in that role. But it ain't shit about that. Ain't shit to me. I don't care if you don't bring a fucking dollar home, but if you're doing everything that needs to be done in this household to lead.
You belong in the 5% of women that think that, because like I said, 95% of the women out there that make more money or bring in a little bit more change on their man think, they might not say it, but they automatically think that like, yo, they run shit. You know what I mean?
See, money isn't everything though. There's things men can do in a household that I can't fucking do.
Like what?
Yeah, but at the same time, like I don't know, my man gotta be bringing some money home. There's no way. Like I
No,
couldn't.
obviously, I'm not saying I'm just gonna take up a fucking bomb either. Like you have to have something going on. Like whether you're going to
Yeah.
school or you're doing something, or
No.
you just, took sick and you're off work for 6 months or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. But that is where the relationship shifts. Okay, so right now I got to bring
Yeah.
home the money. Cool.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody paying
I
when
think
he's the one
it
that's
depends. Yeah.
financing the home at, 75-25 or 80-20, right?
Yeah.
Because most
I think
men
I
who
agree with
do,
that. I think if it's like a little temporary, he's doing something to better himself, then that's a different
yeah,
situation. But
exactly.
yeah, like
But I'm
but if
not
he's
saying you're
just
just
like
gonna lay on the
lazy,
fucking
that's
couch all day because you
yeah.
decide you don't want to fucking work and you're gonna smoke weed and fucking play video games. No,
Yo, there's nothing
fuck
wrong with
no.
2K. There's nothing wrong with 2K
I
NBA.
know, I
Yo.
know. I don't want
No,
to.
but I'm saying if that is your purpose in life,
Yeah.
is that's what you do all day every day, and then you're not trying to better yourself or do things to better our position as a family, beat it.
Yeah.
I could do that shit on my
And
own
I think a
then.
lot of men just don't know how to navigate a relationship where the woman is making more, because like for me personally, like when my man's like paying for certain things or is like giving me money to take care of certain things, I always like feel like I have to check in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I feel like it would be the same for men. Like, how would a man feel if his woman is giving him money and he's just sitting there like, okay, he knows he has to take care of certain bills and stuff, but I would be annoyed, just me personally, like that's just how I am, but I would be annoyed if I was the breadwinner and my man just kept checking in with me on how to spend the money. Like, I'm the breadwinner, so your job is to like make sure this house
Yeah,
runs smoothly. So
exactly.
I
I
would
don't
be
care what
annoyed.
you
But
do
I
with it,
know
just
as
make
a
sure it's
wife,
dealt
that's
enough.
how I would be. If my man
Yeah.
is giving me money to take care of things in the household because of my personality, I would be like, yeah, the bills are going to get paid, whatever. Like that's how my grandparents were. Like my grandpa made money, he gave it to my grandma. My grandma took care of the house. And that's fine, but at the same time, like I would always feel like I'd have to ask to like do certain thing. I would want to. I wouldn't feel like I have to. I'd want to. Like if I wanted to go buy clothing, I would be like, "Hey, can I go buy clothing this week? Is that something that's going to work for us right now?"
Mhm.
Where I feel
See,
like for a
we
man
had an
doing
agreement
that, it
where
would almost be degrading.
it's like anything over $100 had to be discussed.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like if I
Mhm.
needed a new pair of shoes or whatever, and it costs less than $100, then we don't have to discuss that. But anything over $100, whether it's like
Yeah.
home family related or for me or whatever, like I always made my own money anyway. So I never really took money from him to do anything for myself. Like I took care of me
Yeah.
and the kids, like clothes, shoes, whatever, like, extracurriculars that came out of my
Mhm.
pocket. But like household shit, I didn't say anything to him because he would say, okay, what needs to be done? This is what needs to be done. He'd put it all in the friggin' savings account and it would get paid. He would take care of the big bills like, the rent, the car insurance,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
But those are
I get that.
conversations that you have to have with your spouse in the beginning. And these are the things that are not
Yeah.
happening because people don't even want to have conversation about finances. Like, how
Yeah.
are
Okay.
you getting naked with somebody and doing all the things you do to them, but you can't talk about money? Like, it's fucking insane
Yeah.
to me.
Money
Because
is always a sensitive subject. Money is always a sensitive subject. Like no matter what household you're in or what sex you are, it's always a
Mhm.
sensitive
Yeah, but
subject.
money ruins
I
relationships
agree.
too. Like that's a serious
Yeah.
conversation in a household, in a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I was definitely raised, and like not that I agree with it, but like I was raised in the sense, and I have two brothers and they would 100% like have my back on this way of living, which is not what I'm going to do. But like our culture, they believe like a woman's money is her money and her husband's money is her money as well. But she doesn't have to,
oh
like if
wow,
I'm working, like, yeah, like so in our culture, my money is my money and his money is my money, but it's not, I don't have to share any type of any earnings that I make. But
That's how I
it's a
grew up
religious thing.
too.
But let me finish. So, but religiously, God says that she will want to. So, if you, her money is her money, but if she truly does love you, she is going to spend it on things that are going to benefit the household and not
Yeah.
just selfishly. So
Yeah.
she's going to naturally do that. So I do, like, when I date, I do say, like, hey, just so you know, like, this is how my family thinks. So you do have to be financially stable. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I can't, it's just the way it is. It's balance,
I
like you
grew
said
up
earlier.
That's one of
I
those
grew up like
parameters
that too, in like a traditional household where my
dating.
dad paid, like he supported the family and the house and everything else, but my mom took care of everything. So like all of the other extracurriculars, groceries,
Mhm.
phone bill here and there, any clothes my
Mhm.
dad needed, any clothes we as kids needed, anything she needed, you know, any a little extras for the house. That's what her money went on, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
everybody's
But she
still
wasn't
providing
expected
for
to do it, but
everybody.
it's just, yeah. And it's not an expectation. I think that's the thing. Like, I think
It's just how
I
it
love
works.
structure. Like, I really love structure in a relationship. I like to know what my role is and what the other person's role is. So
Yeah.
for me, if it's black and white, of that's great. But then it's, yeah, like if you're taking care of everything in the household, every little thing financially, but I'm working, then I'm just going to, like, when I'm out, I'm not going to call you to buy our kids a pair of shoes that I like.
No. No.
I'm just going to use my own money. Like, that's
Yeah.
just, but I like to have that, like, structure to
And
know
my
exactly where
husband's
everyone's
not going to be like,
places.
"Oh, babe, I need new socks or I need some new brief or I need a new pair of jeans," or no, if I'm out, I see those things, I realize I'm the one doing the laundry. So I realize, okay, all your
Yeah,
boxers are holy. It's time for new brief.
All your boxes
Like, you
are
know what I
holy.
mean?
exactly. Yeah.
You just go out and do those things, right? As
Yeah.
the woman in
Yeah.
the home, like you're more aware
Exactly.
of what the family
Yeah.
needs because you're the one doing
Exactly.
the laundry, right?
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing,
So
like,
you
I
just
am a
take care
religious
of that. You
person,
don't
and that's
call your man and be
honestly
like,
what God intended. Like, that
yeah,
is honestly what God, it doesn't matter what I've studied, like Islam and Christianity, it's in all religions, like, that's what God intended. So people
and
just
see,
are just, I don't know,
my
they're just
family's
moving
not even
so far
very
away from
religious, but
things.
that's just how I was raised. We're very traditional in that
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah,
I think we need to get back to more of that,
I
you
agree.
know, like, and
You
I
know what?
think
I don't
that's
even,
where the family dynamic comes back into
yeah,
play.
yeah. And like with my job, like, I 100% like, try to give the best advice I can. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, I'm at that point in my life. Like, why am I worried about how you date and what you do? And
Hmm.
I don't even want you. Right?
Yeah,
Like, I'm just going to stress myself out and convince myself that the men are this and men are that, when I'm just going to deal with what's in front of me and who
yeah,
decides to present themselves in front of me.
that's exactly it. You
These
know,
kids
you
need to
don't
go to
waste your
bed early now.
time. Just have to put your um boundaries out there in the beginning, and if it works, it works. If it don't, then you
Yeah.
move on. Like you don't owe anybody
Yeah.
anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Consistency
so
is
what do you guys
key.
think
And the
of
thing
this?
is you have to be consistent with every single person that you meet.
Absolutely.
So Isabel, when you say submit to a man, you have to be able to. What's your definition of like someone like a man that like you said no financials? So what does he have to do, or what characteristics does he have to have to submit to? Like
Just to
what things do you have
take
to submit?
care of the home and make the family feel safe and do the things that men are supposed to do. Like I'm not even saying like 100% finance the home because we know in this day and age, like it's a, you can't
That's
have
impossible.
just one person working and one person at home anymore. Like everybody has to work. Like that's just the
Mhm.
way the world is right now. But like
Yeah.
take on your role to lead the family. You know what I mean? Put your family first, protect them, guide them in the right direction. Have those conversations with your kids, with your woman. Try to just better the whole family. Put that family first.
Yeah.
But wasn't that what I was saying earlier? What you need both parents to learn that shit from?
Absolutely. Me and you
Mhm.
agree on a lot of things, Tristan. Sometimes it's just your delivery that makes you sound like a
I
douchebag.
was just gonna say that.
Like you have the right
It's the
idea. It's
delivery.
just your
I'm just
delivery sometimes.
no, but I'm just saying sometimes, like like I'm just saying, like my mom used to say that. My mom used to say that to my dad. She's like, I can't teach him everything.
Hmm.
That's why it's important. I can't teach him
Yeah.
everything. There's certain things that I'm a woman. I can't teach him this.
Yeah, there's certain things as a woman that you don't want to teach your kid either. Like, my kid's hitting puberty right now, bro. He's waking up every morning with morning wood. I shouldn't have to teach him where to position his shit.
Yeah,
that's a dad's job.
But what I mean too is like, again,
I'm just
it's
telling
like,
you, there's no cure for that. That still happens at 35 years old. I'm just telling you that right now. There's no cure for that.
No, but how? Like, I shouldn't be telling my son, like, you have to position it like this or like this to, like, you know, hide it. You can't wear tight pants because, like, people are gonna see your bulge. Like, that's not my job. That's his dad's job.
No, but like, you know, again, but I think it's too, another thing too is like when you're growing up, like if you're if you're like a single parent and you see certain things, you do tend to change. It affects your future. So like you might see like, oh, your mom's getting beat up all the time, and you're like, all right, well, when I'm with a girl, I'm not gonna beat her up or whatever, and then, you know, that kind of fucks you up because when you do get into relationships, you do act differently because you know, you're just like, all right, well, maybe I should just do some simp shit just to.
No, but then
listen, a lot of people's childhood affect their relationships, man. A lot of people's childhood, it sucks, but a lot of people, what they see in their childhood, does affect the relationship they have, regardless. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of guys I know that, you know, their dads fully like knocked out their moms, you know what I mean? And they you know, growing up in school, teenagers, whatever, they would tell us that whatever, mom got knocked out last night, whatever. And then only for them to be adults now, and they're doing the exact same thing to women.
Well, that's just it. Usually they're either going to turn straight away from it, they're going to be the exact opposite of that parent, or they're going to be exactly like that parent and perpetuate the abuse. But then it's up to the mother to make sure that that child has somebody to talk to. So that child can understand that, like, okay, you saw this, it's not okay, it's not right, and teach them the right way. Like, you can't just let that shit slide. Like, abuse is abuse.
Yeah. And I agree. And like, I think that like what I'm seeing now, like, is these young men who are in these relationships and they say to their girlfriends or whatever, well, I'm not putting my hands on you. My dad, I know what abuse is. I saw my dad put his hands on my mother, and I'm not doing that to you. Not realizing that they're like emotionally abusing this young woman. Like, you know what I mean? And because they're so fixated on not becoming their father, that they've become their father in a different way. They're not physically hurting anyone, but they're emotionally. So it's just like you said, Isabel, like sitting down and being like, acknowledging. That's the other thing too, is sometimes mothers don't want to even acknowledge the abuse that they've been through. And so they don't even want to have that conversation with their kids about, this is what you've seen. This is my part in it. This is your father's part in it. And what do you need to like fix this? Like, how do you feel about it?
I also think that a lot of people, like just how society is right now, a lot of people don't even know that their behavior is like bad behavior, right?
No, I agree.
Because that's all they know. Because like for example, like I've talked about this on the Juice like a lot of times where I actually had to stop hanging out with friends because, like, you know, we would have a talk or whatever, and they would say some shit, and I'd be like, "Yo, dude, like, you know, if she goes to police, you're fucked, right?"
Yep.
Like that's right.
That's where emotional intelligence comes into play, and like I say it all the time.
I was like, "Yo, dude, don't be involved in your conversation, man. I'm telling you like it is." You know, so it's crazy just how a lot of these times.
Some women get handsy too, you know. Some women get handsy too. We're not just
Some women do get handsy. No, I'm not totally sticking up for women. I know it.
Yeah,
I know there's women that get handsy.
I don't condone it. I don't condone men. You know,
I've been groped at the ring.
What?
I've been groped at the ring a couple of times.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm the type of woman, right? Like, I was raised with an abusive father who not only beat our asses, he beat my mom's ass too, right? So I'm not gonna lie. In my relationships, if I ever felt like a man was coming at me, like he was gonna throw hands, I was popping off first. I'm not gonna lie. Because if you're gonna hit me, you're gonna hit me for a reason. Because like I'm not, I'm telling you, shit like that. And of course, I've done therapy and things, and I'm a lot different now. But when I was younger, if my man looked like he was gonna raise his hand to slap me, think twice.
Yeah.
Think twice, because I'm hitting you with a fucking Dutch pot, a frying pan, a can of soup, whatever's close. Like I'm KOing your ass.
Oh Lord!
Because if you're gonna hit me, it's gonna be for a reason. Obviously, I've grown and I've matured and I've gotten help for all of that. But like, when you're raised in an abusive home, your first instinct as a female is to protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna hit first.
Yeah.
Because I'm not. If he hits me, I'm out. Like men are stronger than women. If he gives me one good shot to the chin, I'm like KO. So I'm gonna get mine in while I can.
It's crazy how we have to think that way. Like
I know, but it's protection, right? So your body, your nervous system automatically goes into fight or flight. So what are you gonna do? Run from him in that situation, or are you gonna start throwing hands, bah, 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 and then get the fuck out of there?
Yeah. Especially if you have like PTSD, you don't even like once, like you said, like once you hear like someone's voice raise or just like their body language change, you pretty much already feel like they've put their hands on you.
Yeah.
So
PTSD
your actions, like you literally feel like it's already happened. And it's just crazy how the brain works in that way, but it's just, I guess, a way to protect you. But sometimes if you don't get the help for it, it does make it worse. Like it makes it ruin your life.
You gotta warn men of that stuff, If we start talking to you guys, you gotta tell us you got PSD because PTSD or whatever. Because I like to raise my voice, and if you're going to give me a death because my voice is a little too high.
Gets a little loud.
Me and Isabel are totally different because I'm the opposite.
What happened?
You know what? One time,
he's just like yelling at his video game, and then all of a sudden he's like knocked out on the ground.
Yeah, we got him in a fucking chokehold.
Yeah.
I tapped on his shoulder. And she literally did the judo flip me over. Like,
I'm telling you, man. Like, especially when you're raised in a home that's abusive. Like,
yeah. I'm the opposite. That's crazy because like Isabel is like the one that reacts. I don't react. I go like into myself. I'm like super quiet. I get startled super, super easily, but I'm like get into fetal position, and Isabel's the fighter.
Oh yeah, not so much anymore because now I know I'm like, okay, count backwards from 10. Like, it's not. Yeah, it's not that.
Yeah. Exactly,
but I also don't
Exposure
put myself
therapy
into
helps
situations with abusive men anymore either, because I think once you heal and you learn all of the things, you stop attracting people like that. I attracted a lot of that when I was younger because I was trauma bonding to these men who were like my father.
Yeah. That's very true. That's what I'm saying. The brain works in very mysterious ways. It's wild.
Because as fucked up as it is, it's all you know, so it's comfort to you.
Yeah, but you're not like even aware of it in the moment.
No,
you're not like thinking, I like you because you're abusive. Like you're not thinking that.
No. It happens.
You just feel comfortable.
That's why you have to rewire your brain.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's not easy.
I just did the IMAT program, and that shit like fucking changed my life. I went and did a PTSD program for 9 weeks. That shit fucking changes your life. They like rewire your brain. You do exposure therapy. It's crazy.
And it makes you wonder, like, oh my God, why did I put up with the things that I put up with? And like, you have to like ask yourself, because I've done a lot of inner child work, right? So it's like you go back to when you put up all of those defense mechanisms, and you put all of that up in place, and it's like, bro, 4 years old,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get
5 years old, 8 years old.
Mhm.
Like, from a young age, we are putting these things in place because of how we are being raised. And this is why I talk to you all the time, Tristan, about generational trauma.
Yeah.
Like, if we're not breaking that generational curse, bro, it's going to keep perpetuating to our kids, our kids' kids, our kids' kids' kids.
Yeah. I actually had that conversation with my brother, and I said to him, you know what? Because I didn't get the help early enough, like my whole DNA has changed. So when I have children, I have to be super aware of the fact that I pretty much am passing genetically something that is going to make them more susceptible to PTSD and just be more sensitive to certain situations. And I was like, had I had the people in my life when I was a child to kind of like help me with that, there wouldn't have even been that time. That's why those generational curses happen. You don't have to be exposed to it. It's literally in your DNA.
Yep. And that's even how addiction is perpetuated through generations, because people are not doing the work to conquer those addictions and conquer those battles. And then they're passing it on through their DNA to their child.
I agree. Men and boys don't talk about it. Yeah. Because when I was in my program, it was me and another girl, and it was all men. And the saddest part was the females, a lot of it was like childhood stuff. And for the men, it was a lot of relationship stuff, like relationships falling apart. And because men are taught that they have to be like masculine, they can't talk about their feelings.
Be the strong
Something
one,
as simple as like a high school girlfriend literally destroyed them. And then I'm sitting in a group of 15 people, and all these men are 35 plus talking about their marriages and sobbing, and how it led to like addiction and led to self-harm. And you're just sitting there like, wow. Like, my initial thing is, if like, even me, like, my mindset before meeting these people was, if a man ever came up to me and was like, I'm cutting myself because my high school girlfriend broke up with me, and this is a 40-year-old man standing in front of me, I'd be like, get the fuck over it. But when you actually like are surrounded by them for so long, and then you're like, oh, it's not just one guy. Like, this is so many men that are going through this, and it's super sad because it's just getting worse.
I legit just lost my brother to suicide on Easter Sunday of this year because of the same shit. Because my dad was the type where he's like, man up, pull up your pants, stop being a pussy, blah, 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 blah. So my brother's whole life, he didn't have anyone, or wouldn't even, because, ego, right? Wouldn't talk about the things that were bothering him. So then he started using drugs to cope. And when the drugs got too bad and he couldn't, like, there was no coming back from it, he jumped off my mom's 14th-story balcony, bro, and killed himself on Easter Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's and since this, I've been doing a lot of advocating for men and men's mental health. You will not even know, like, I have like 10 solid buddies, like guys that I've been friends with since middle school. Tell me how 8 out of the 10 are I can say, in mental health crisis right now.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know.
And they can't even get the help. Like, they can't.
No.
It's ridiculous. Like, the program that I was in, it's $35,000 for 9 weeks. If you don't have insurance, you're not going.
There's nothing out there for them.
That's just the way it works.
And 8 out of every 10 suicides is a man. 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Because women, it's so much easier for women to get help.
Women are talkers, right? Men are doers. Women are talkers. So men aren't going to talk about it. Women will. We'll talk to our friends. We'll talk to our neighbors. We'll talk to our coworkers. Right? That's what we do.
It's a cultural thing, because even in Jamaican,
even worse for Caribbean men.
We don't believe in mental health or suicide. We don't believe in none of those things. Like, like, my daughter's autistic, and like, when she was younger, my parents always used to, like, they just never understood like autism or like things like that. They always like, the kid needs a couple beaten. You know what I mean? Like things like this. Like,
I get that with my son. He's ADHD.
Like even depression for the longest time, even me personally, depression. I grew up thinking that why just get like girl or guy, just get over it. You know what I mean? Because my parents grew up like you have no reason to be depressed, but depression is actually a sickness, like for real, for real.
It
For real.
is.
Yeah, it's
But
a
I realized
sickness.
that
That's why it keeps coming
Chemical
back,
imbalance in
right?
your brain.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what's
yeah.
weird about
Yeah,
And
it?
it's
it is.
debilitating. Depression at times can be very, very debilitating. People will be like, oh, you're just lazy, get off your ass. You can't. You physically
Yeah.
cannot. You just cannot do it. Your body hurts, everything hurts. You're starving, but will not get up to go feed yourself because you just can't. People don't
That's
understand the
true.
severity of anxiety and depression.
Yep, that's
It's
true.
no joke.
And that's why there's like so many programs that are like changing. Like they are recognizing it a lot more now. So like I know like at Homewood, for example, in Guelph, they had like the addictions program, but now they actually have the integrated program where it's like dealing with dual. So like mood, anxiety, depression, and addiction, which I believe they should completely take out the addiction one. Everyone who's an addict has some sort of like mental health issues. They should all be doing the 9-week program, but Homewood is a business first and foremost. So that's why they have the two separate ones. But then they also have like a whole program for first responders. They have a whole program for trauma. They have a whole program for, you know, all these things now. And so it's great. But like I said, it's super expensive. In time, those things will become more affordable because more people are going to need them.
If our government gets on it right now, right? Like they're fucking trying to pull the money out of everywhere. And right now, like it's not, like, it's needed big time. They're trying to right now to categorize addiction as a mental health illness as well, right? Because like you said, it's concurrent. It goes hand in hand. It's not a secondary. Because addiction perpetuates mental health perpetuates the addiction. So they go hand in hand. You can't deal with one without dealing with the other.
When you guys say addiction,
and when you have
like drugs, right? I'm just assuming that's what you guys. I'm so around the same page. When you guys say addiction, you guys are talking about addiction to like drugs and stuff, right? That's what we're talking about.
No, alcohol, drugs,
gambling,
games,
sex,
everything.
Drugs, any of it. Addiction is addiction. You're using it to cope.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why, like, for me personally, like, I don't touch alcohol anymore. I don't touch anything because I learned when you have things like PTSD, you're pretty much an addict. Even if you've never touched a drop of drugs or alcohol, if you've been diagnosed with PTSD, you are also an addict because there's no way you're not going to use whatever it is to cope with unresolved shit. Yeah. And like Tristan said, like I watch people around me, and like even Tristan the other day, you're like, where have you been? I'm like, I just can't, like, I can't be around certain people anymore because I look at people now and I just see like how sad they are, and they're just like drinking like crazy or doing, you know, even smoking weed. Like it's some people, like some of my ex-friends, they would wake up and smoke weed and they're just smoking till they went to bed. And while they're smoking, they're talking to me about all their problems in their life. And so I looked at it differently. I said, oh, you're not smoking for fun. You're smoking because you can't tolerate living sober. So yeah, they're using it to cope. Exactly.
Once you, whether it's liquor, gambling, whatever, once you're not doing it. I mean, once you're doing it to like, it's your only like source of fun or to cope, like you have a problem.
Absolutely. And I definitely had instances where that was like my situation, because with my PTSD, I get nightmares. So if I don't right now, so for example, I take a medication that's blocks the nervous system so I don't get nightmares, but that's not available in Canada right now. So for me to drink liquor right now is extremely dangerous because I'll just keep drinking it to fall asleep and black out. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't have nightmares. And so it just doesn't become fun. And like when I say, like, they say that there's a saying that says, one is not enough. One is too many and 1,000 is never enough.
Yeah.
And that's literally how it is.
With even alcohol is a depressant. So you might be feeling good in that moment, but once you start coming down off of the alcohol,
Yep.
It's
You feel like
shooting you
shit.
further into depression, further into anxiety, all of the things. So it's
Yeah.
making your
And that's everything. Yeah.
it's
Weed,
making it worse
anything.
than
Yo, what?
Oh.
yeah. All of it, right? They're using it to just numb out.
Yep, I agree.
And
That's why, like, when I have with the new friendships that I've been creating the last few months, when people say like, "Oh, I like to have a drink on the weekend," I said, "Well, what do you like about it?
yeah.
Like, why do you like to do that? Like, I need to know, you know." And it might sound like intrusive, but you just have to. Like, I don't want to see anyone kind of like go down the same road that I went through, or like other people and stuff like that. So it's like to protect myself, I have to make sure I know why people are doing certain things.
Yeah. Like to even say like, oh, I've had a fuck of a week. I'm gonna go have a drink. Like, let's go for a drink. I've had a horrible week. Right there, that's addict language.
Yeah.
Right there.
Absolutely. It's giving you permission to do it. Even sex, oh my gosh, the amount of people who are addicted to sex is wild.
I didn't know that was an actual thing. It's a real thing.
Oh my gosh.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Listen, so the program that I was in, right? So I didn't know that there were sex addicts. And this one guy, he just kept going into the forest. So like when you go to Homewood at the back, there's like they own like a bunch of the forest and river. I just kept seeing him like walking back and forth from the forest to find out he just was going back there to fuck this girl. And then he eventually got her pregnant. So, but he couldn't help it. He's like, I can't help it. He's like, I pretty much need to go every like hour and have sex.
Yeah.
And if I'm not having sex, I'm jerking off. And because you have to share rooms, he couldn't jerk off in the room. So he would just spend so much time in the bathroom. Like, it's a serious problem.
Yeah.
Yep. And
I know we all like to make light of it and like laugh or whatever, but it ain't no joke.
No, it's not. And the thing is, an addict, like a sex addict, they're not all predators. Like we can't, like they always get labeled predators. They're not. But if they get desperate enough, they do, right? So if they don't get that shit under control, then they do start doing predatory behavior.
Mm-hmm. Just like a drug addict, right? They're not thieves. They didn't grow up as a thief, but because they can't get the drugs they need, they're going to go and steal or rob or do whatever.
They're going to take it. Exactly. Yeah. And that's why I think it's so important for men, like especially young men who are like out in these clubs and they're just sleeping with a different girl every night. Like some people do take a sip of alcohol and they're already hooked, but some people aren't. It's like a progression, right? They go every weekend to the bar, they have a drink, and then it starts being like, then they're ordering bottles, and then they're having a couple bottles a night, and it's the same. Like if you're going out there and sleeping with people on the regular, you're training your brain and your biology to think that you need that thing.
Exactly.
That's not true. That is not true.
Yes, it is. If you go and have sex, if you go and have sex every single day with a different person, right? You are going to eventually feel like you need it. It's gonna become a habit for you.
Nah, because
I don't think so. Nah, that's not true. That's not true.
Could be trash.
See, and it's that mentality that's gonna get you in trouble.
When you got a robot like me, you good.
So if someone,
it's like those men who are addicted to porn.
Yes,
it's like they jerk off so much.
They didn't start off thinking,
Kings never asked you if it was good, and you just like you lie. You're like, yeah. It's like Thanksgiving. It's like Thanksgiving.
Why do that to somebody though?
And you just have
tell
to
them the truth so they can fix their shit up.
Yo, listen, no woman wants to know that their pum pum is dusty. You know, no one wants to hear that. No woman wants to hear that. We
You want to hear that your dick's small or that your stroke game's shit?
We don't want to hear that either.
We don't need to hear that either. It's good to just lie.
So we're all just gonna sit around here and pretend like we're getting off on shit we're not, and we're just gonna have like send you guys out there to share your disability with 1,000 other women.
Let's be.
I want to know. I want to know. Give me the information I need to fix my shit up.
Okay, so you're in a relationship with a dude in the second.
But you better watch how you bring it to me. Don't be bringing it to me like no douchebag.
It's the delivery.
Whoa.
Yeah, fix the delivery.
Well, hold
it's
on.
the delivery.
65% of your orgasms are fake, anyways. You're already lying.
That's not true.
You're lying.
Really?
Some of us can't fake a waterfall, bro.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that you can't fake that.
You can't fake a waterfall, okay?
I can fake a heart attack.
Some women only have like the big O. You can't fake that. What are you gonna do? Piss on them? It doesn't even come out of the same place.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, when a woman orgasms, doesn't mean they squirt. Not all women orgasms squirt.
Yeah.
You know that.
I know. There's clitoral orgasm.
Yeah.
But an internal orgasm is usually either they're squirting or they're like creaming all over you. You can't fake that.
Oh, I don't have enough.
You can fake a clitoral orgasm, but how many females are out there just going for a clitoral nut? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So you're
gonna do that shit on my own. I don't need a man for that.
Exactly.
You guys never faked an orgasm before. Yeah.
Listen, I did. Okay, so I was with my ex for 10 years, and I did, and he caught me. He knew. He said, "Nope, you faked it."
No,
he knew.
I'm not gonna lie, yo. I've caught a bitch slipping a couple times.
You can tell. He said I tried it one time and I never did it again. He's like, "Nope, I knew."
I've never faked it. I've just been more like it's okay. It's a you night tonight. Like I'm not really in the mood, so I'm not gonna get there. So get yours and get off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why
You're a good
fake
person.
Oh, wow.
Isabel, you're a really good person for doing that.
I'm just honest, right? Like, I'm not in the mood for it tonight. So, like, handle your business. Ass up, slap my ass when you're done and roll over and go back to sleep. Like, fuck, you know what I mean? Because, like, men are all about, if you ain't giving it to us, somebody else will. So tired, sick, whatever.
Oh my gosh, some guy actually did say that to me years ago.
What? Go about your business.
You're just giving the lazy side booty, eh? One of those.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you're tired or you've had a long day or your back hurts and you ain't trying to give them the full 5-course meal.
You just laid back like a dead body and just.
No, you just throw your ass up in the air and let him do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
What man is
the position we sleep in when the leg is up? That position when you're sleeping on your stomach and the leg is up, like you're good. That's it.
Or you just lay on your belly and throw your ass up in the air. What man's turning that down? Come on.
Laziness.
I can see if you're laying on your back.
That's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Work, man. Put in some goddamn work. What are you talking about?
Listen, 2-3 in the morning, I ain't putting in no work. No.
Put in some damn work, eh?
But that's not. But listen, though, that's what I'm saying is like that's not an everyday thing. That's a once in the blue when I ain't in the mood and you're really like pressing it.
Yeah.
All right, take that.
But if I have to really press it, to be honest, if I have to press it,
like you're not getting that every day. But on the days where I'm tired or sore, just not feeling it, get it and go to bed. Leave me alone.
I'd rather you just tell me you don't want to do it than just give me the lazy side booty.
Why don't you just use the
be like, I ain't like, all right, let's try again tomorrow. All right.
Okay, this is why the robot's taking over just now.
Right.
That's fine. Enjoy the robot,
bro. A robot ain't giving you that Gok 3000, though, I'll tell you that.
The pocket pussy.
The robot's not even gonna tell you not tonight. I'm too tired. I have a headache. Nah, you just download.
Yeah, but what happens when the battery dies?
Yeah.
It's the same
The
thing. It's
Nobody's
just
giving you
said in a
sloppy
different
toppy
way.
either, bro.
them things got USB-C chargers, guy. Just leave
Yeah,
that
yeah,
thing.
they're not running
Oh
out.
my God.
Yeah,
Tristan's
stay
gonna
there
have
with
it
your
plugged
robot.
in.
He's plugging it in
Stay
while
there
he's
with
in
your
it.
robot and her dry ass pums and her dry ass throat. Stay there with your
Dry ass,
robot.
dry ass woman, dry ass bro.
Exactly.
You buy the little lube for $5. You just squirt. You're ready to go, guy. What do you
You're
mean?
so
Not the
dirt.
same,
You're
bro.
$5.
dirt. You're dirt, mister.
And it'll be self-cleaning
That's-
too, like an oven.
Oh my God. You need help.
This guy's a fucking idiot. You better heat up that lube too, because cold lube don't feel right.
Holy shit. No. Yo, I'm dead. Holy shit.
That's too funny.
You're an
Yo, are
idiot.
you ready to comment on the chat? Somebody's saying they want sex every day. Listen, let me tell you something. At 35 years old, sex every day is not a thing. I'm telling you that right now. 30 every day? No, you're not doing
Let me
that.
tell you something. If I'm in a
Everybody's on
relationship
a
living with my
dating
man,
line. Every day?
I am 46 years old and I want sex every day.
Yeah, I was
Some
gonna
of
say
us
for
use
women, like we
as
hit
our,
a
like,
certain age where we want it every day.
Women hit
Every
their
day?
sexual peak at 35.
What do you say?
some of us need
Women hit their sexual peak at 35. We've already passed our peak. Our peak is in our younger years.
Mm.
Well, you better
That's
get to work, because
That's why a lot of men have
Every day,
peaks
though?
in
Like,
mid 30s.
you guys are in a
Yeah.
relationship, you guys want to have sex every day? Every day.
If I could
Yeah.
have it every day, I would. I would.
Once you pass
Oh,
33,
man.
your body's not making as much testosterone as it used to when you were younger.
Here's the thing, though. I'm not talking like the full 5-course meal every day either. Like, you know, bend me over the friggin' bathroom sink, 5-minute quickie in the morning before work. Like, whatever it takes, but let me just get it out.
Yeah.
I think every day
Like, I'm
is
not
reaching.
saying we have to do the whole,
Every day is a reach.
Every day is reaching.
You know?
Every day is a reach, guys.
Every day.
Sometimes you
Every
just
day.
want to come home and drink your 2 juice and go in your bed, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, and if not every day, then like multiple times some of the days.
okay, then that's fine. You want to drink your
How
2
about this?
juice and go to your bed? Don't
Why
get
don't you
pissed off
just-
when we're opening the drawer and pulling out the rose next to you then.
No,
Exactly.
I'll do one better. That's
Girl,
when you buy
they
a
like
clone.
that. They like that.
Just use the clone. You can clone. You can make your own thing. You know, all your man's whatever, and go on with that.
Yeah. Girl, you gotta get, you know, the what's it called?
Clone
The
it,
Lush.
whatever it's called. You can clone it. You can make a dildo out of your man's.
Oh yeah, the Clone of Willy. Yeah.
There you go. Now you ain't gotta worry about nothing. Now I can play all the video games I want, and there's no.
You're telling us
It's not the same though. It's not the same.
You're telling us we're lazy? You're telling us we're lazy. You don't want to give up the dick because you want to sit on the couch and play video games?
That's called leasing out the pump from the third party contractor, guy. Good.
Wow.
Oh my.
Wow.
Third party contractor.
Good.
No, every day is reaching. If you guys want to pull up the toy every once in a while, I'll watch and you go do your thing. I'll go sleep. It's okay. That every day, 365
Yeah, because honestly, there's some days you don't even want to touch your man. Like if you've been a dick all day, I don't want to touch you. I just want, you know, what you got for me.
That's too much. That's make me
transactional. Like I told you.
What do you say?
It's all transactional, bro. Like all this shit.
I told you sex is transactional. I agreed with that.
Not for Jamaican men.
Oh fuck.
Because they won't do all transactions.
It's a fucking lie. Most of them do.
I don't know
They just
about that.
hide
That
and
is
do it.
such a lie. The thing is, they just don't want to tell their boys that they're doing.
Stop it.
No, you know me.
What do you say?
I said Jamaican men don't do all the sexual transactions. They only
That's
do
not
some
true.
of them.
That's bullshit.
I have not met a
out of 10
Jamaican
of them
man
do.
who will not do everything, but they just won't admit it to you.
Oh, here comes the
people
conversation.
find
The
out-
conversation's getting nice now. You know?
I've seen people find out that a man ate pussy and you should have seen the punishments the man got. Man got
That's
no more
why they'll
blunts,
do it in secret.
Exactly. That's
and
why they
no,
do it in
no more
secret.
blunts and all
All
that shit.
Rasta men. All Rasta
They
men
all
who
do
don't
it.
yam pork, yam pum pum, okay? Fuck off.
The swine. She brought in the swine.
Yo,
All Rasta men who do not yam pork will yam pussy. Stop your shit.
Yeah, pork, yeah, pork, guy. That's something different, bro. Holy fuck.
Hey.
No.
Tell
But you
you.
know how it is. You know what it is before they go down. They're like, yo, don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
No, they will. Oh my god.
If you tell anybody, I swear that
I am dead.
You guys, I gotta go. I gotta go.
All right, have a good night.
All right, good night.
Good night. I am dead.
That is it, yo.
all men who will sit there and cuss their
That
friends
is
for,
hilarious.
eating pussy and all of the things, and they're out there fucking bati. So don't let people fool you, okay?
Wow. Wow.
Telling you.
This is a conversation we're having.
I'm trying to get someone else to join for the last 10 minutes.
It seems like every time Profane gets on a friggin' in the spot, this is where shit goes. Profane, you're a demon, eh? We were having normal relationship conversations until Profane jumped on.
Yeah. Y'all took it there. I don't know how we went from PTSD to pussy eating. I don't know how that happened, but it's okay.
Well, that's because Tristan brought it up about Jamaicans won't do this and Jamaicans won't do that.
All right.
Bullshit.
Listen, you know that's a lie. You know that's a lie, right?
What? Jamaican men don't eat pussy.
It's a lie, because especially when the women get mad, what is the first thing they put on Facebook? Yo,
I would never. You see, that's slackness still.
And eating pussy. Don't act like.
No, but that's slackness still. You see, those type of females deserve 2 bucks in their face because that's slackness.
Facts.
Whatever's done in the bedroom stays in the bedroom because you know what?
Yeah.
He ain't out there telling people how you're a throat goat, gobble his balls. You know what I'm saying? So like, females need to stop with that shit. Legit.
Yep. I seen a status today of some angry woman talking about, oh, he takes it up the ass, and I'm just like, yo, you were with the man for fucking. You were with the man. I'm not calling names, but yo, you were with the man. No. Listen, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not calling names. No, I'm not calling names.
You're calling names, okay?
You're calling names. I'm not calling names. No, this is the juice. We're not doing that. I'm not getting shut down.
Yo, when Shorty was still in front on a certain thing, you was calling names. So don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not calling no names. We all know what we're talking about. We all know what's going on here, okay? We all know. She was with the man for how long? All of a sudden, when she broke up with the man sleep with other dudes, man, taking it out the body. All the man's secrets come out, but she was with the man for how long? So all of a sudden now, he don't take care of his kids. He fucks other niggas in the ass. Like, all these things come out like, why? Why? How petty do you have to fucking be?
So I have no use for those females. Those females are trash.
So
those females are trash. Like, leave your personal shit off Facebook, yo. Like, even about your baby dad. If he's a fucking deadbeat, oh well, he's a deadbeat. Go tell your best friend.
Yeah.
Leave that shit off Facebook. People don't need to know that shit.
Facts.
Because then they're just gonna stand there and fucking laugh at your face like you're the big dummy. I will never embarrass myself like that over a man, eh?
Yeah, facts. Tristan, don't act like you weren't dying. You know what I'm talking about. Don't act like you weren't dying when you see it. Dog.
Yeah, because here's the thing. She's talking about how her man likes it in his ass. Well, who's pegging him, bitch? You are. You're fucking him in the ass. So you're as dirty as he is.
Yes, guy. Yo, you're disgusting, guy. I say, yo,
right?
And then the nigga go see you at fucking on a Friday or Saturday and heal you up. Yo, you're different, bro. I could never come outside. Like, so yo, nobody could bring them kind of allegations on me, guy. Yo, my name's like credit, bro. You can't do that. You won't do that.
Tristan is like, I don't trust these hoes.
No, it's like my Snapchat. I got anonymous questions, and there's a dude like literally like.
Oh yeah.
Right? And the man's always like, he's like, yo,
about the tranny oil.
The man asked me an anonymous question and said, yo, would you let a man suck your dick?
Suck your dick for $1 million.
For $1 million, bro. But then
would you?
No, I would not, because I'm not gay. The fuck?
Doesn't make you gay. You know how much you can flip that to be, bro?
That makes you gay.
That's not like $10. That's not $10. That's $1 million, bro. You know how fucking much you can flip that?
Yeah.
Throw on a blindfold, bro. A mouth is a mouth.
Yo, I'm not one of them glory hole motherfuckers. Nah. You ain't doing
that was gay. He said that. That was gay. He said that. That was super gay. I'm not gonna lie. That was super gay.
Thinking that I wouldn't know who asked it. Because they're like, oh, use like 10 of your gems or whatever, and you'll find out who it is. I was like, yo, I'm not trying to go to jail for 30 days.
He likes you, you know. He likes you.
I don't know.
Well, he can go stay over there. The fuck.
Give me $1 million to do something like that. I'm taking it. You know how much I can flip that to be?
Fucking woman.
Nobody has to know. Only you, that person, and God have to know. Nobody has to know, bro.
Come on. You're a woman. You're supposed to do that shit.
If I was a man, I would do it too. You know how you could flip that $1 million? You know how much you could make?
Nah. That means you gay.
It's not like you're fucking his ass. You're fucking his mouth.
Nah.
No. It's only gay to take it in the ass.
You're gay.
Wow.
You're telling me if you got to do a 25-year bit in jail, you're not letting somebody give you a blowjob on the range?
First of all, I'm killing myself before that happens. Nah, B. First thing I do when I'm in jail, I'm spitting the most racist shit, and I'm grabbing whatever and slashing your suicide watch. Not me.
Listen, for anybody listening on the Juice podcast, we're not gay bashing right now, okay?
We're not
gay bashing right now, you know, so we don't want to get shut down, you know?
Isabel, I watched enough Oz, you know. I watched enough Oz. I've seen what happens to niggas up in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. But again, like people are saying, we need to pivot off this fish stock. Again, we you know what? Next topic before we get.
Let me ask you a question. Was it a man or a woman who asked you to put up transvestite on the Woyoy?
Whoa, yo, you broke the rules.
I didn't call no names.
It was a dude. And I said,
the same dude who asked you if you would take $1 million for some skulls.
I said, I appreciate the enthusiasm to you know make a suggestion, but I said,
Freshman said to add him.
He has to click on the link.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the people who joined it, I said they're not tolerant of alternative lifestyles, so you gotta deal with it.
True.
Huh?
And I mean, it's not always that you can include everyone, you know. Sometimes you just cannot include everyone, and it doesn't mean that you're biased. It is what it is. You're serving the masses, right?
Yeah, but it's getting crazy where you have to like Listen, you were born in this world a man or a woman, okay? There's no in between, there's no both, there's none of that shit, okay? Like, yo, I don't give a fuck what
The Juice
culture.
4.0. Shut
Yeah,
up.
I don't
The
give a
Juice
fuck what
4.0, you
culture.
know.
Listen, I'm telling you, man, it's super weird. It's getting super weird. Come on, you have to be. It's super weird. It's super
It
weird.
is. And my thing is, like, I respect
Super weird.
everybody. I let everybody be who they want to be. But don't fucking shoot me because I don't remember your pronouns, bro. Like, I don't even remember half the people's
No, but
names
like,
out there.
No, but like, yo, when the man sent the message, right? The man was like, yo, give me some girl on girl, some scissoring, trans woman, fucking trans women. I was like, whoa, wait, what? Because he's just like, you know, whatever,
Before or
right?
after surgery? Before or after surgery?
Listen, like,
Listen, I didn't dig that deep.
Because after surgery, that's not really gay. It's like two females scissoring. But like, if he's still got his parts and he's trans, then it gets a little weird. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't. I'm not disrespectful towards anybody, but it just, I don't know. There's just some things you don't.
it's not even
So
disrespectful.
we
Like I
have
said,
to do Juice 4.0, change the topic because I'm not starting over again. So stop it.
All right, bossy. What's next?
Then when we have to do
What's the
Juice
next topic?
4.0, I don't want to hear about how I have to do all them rough rules, you know. So don't. Then when nobody can't crack no joke because nothing, I don't want to hear nothing. Don't.
All right, bossy. Well, what's the next topic then?
What is the next topic before we get out of here? Well, fucking, I'm waiting on fucking lazy ass fucking overseas to join.
Why you say?
Does he know he has to click the link though?
Trying to click on the link. I don't know what's going on with him, but yo, a next topic.
Yeah, you're the one narrating this, yo, not me, nigga. So you
this is gonna go on like every Sunday, bro. Every Sunday night before you guys go back to work. Like, you're gonna do this, and then we'll have more females on there to talk more shit. Women. Why do you guys say the nastiest shit while getting fucked, bro? That you don't mean?
Because it's the heat of the moment, bro. Why do you choke us when we're getting fucked?
Fill me up.
Because you're in the heat of the moment. Listen to me and listen to me carefully, okay? When a woman says to you, listen to me.
Sometimes some wild
when
shit.
you got a woman bent over in a backers and she's looking at you in your face and telling you, breathe me, abort mission. She don't mean it.
No,
she just feels nice, and that's what comes out of her mouth.
But then when we nutting you guys are using the 3 mushrooms to speed all the way to Shop and Drug Mart for the Plan B. Like,
exactly. That's why I said, don't listen to us.
You're such an idiot, yo. You're such an idiot.
That's why I said, don't listen to us. Just take it with a grain of salt.
No, we're not taking it with a grain of salt because y'all.
The same way you guys are all up in it about, oh, I love her, boom boom. This is my boom boom. Blah. You don't fucking mean that shit. You're going home to your boom boom.
Ooh,
just take it with a grain of salt. We don't mean that shit. Do not nut in us.
I don't do that. I don't do that nonsense.
You say you're going home to the pum pum? Is that what you just said, Isabel? Did she just say that?
Yeah, you're going home to the pum pum.
You think for dogs, bro?
Yeah, yo, she was
I'm just speaking in general
and stuff like that. You know, it's her. You know, she's part of the problem. You know.
Me?
Yeah.
I listen.
Send a man back home to their wives, yo. What's wrong with
you? Never me.
2 seconds ago.
Never me. Never me. But that's the lifestyle right now, right? Isn't that what everybody's out there doing?
Doing what? Just eating?
Yeah. Most men are.
Listen, we're not planting our seed in every woman's greenhouse. Like, the fuck?
Maybe not you. Maybe not you. But there are enough men that do.
Nah, we don't do that foolishness, bro.
There's enough men out there that are like, oh, baby, I can't wear a condom. I'm allergic to latex.
And wear sheepskin.
Okay, wait a minute. Stop. It just feels better without the condom. Okay, that's all that is. Okay,
I know it does. I will agree.
that's all that is.
That is why. This is why I am a relationship person.
Has nothing to
I
do
don't
with
like
breathing.
condoms.
Here he is. Here's the man of the hour, Fresh Seas. Yo.
That's why I'm telling you I'm a relationship person, because I do not like condoms. But if you're a person who don't like condoms, you can't be throwing your shit all over out there and not expect to get babies or diseases. It is what it is.
Oh, this guy joined just to leave? The fuck? Yeah, I am on my bed. I'm filming live on location, some broad's house.
How many notches are on that headboard, bro?
I don't know. I won it myself. I won it in a settlement. I slipped on some P and a Leon, and they gave me it.
And here's the thing too. Some women are straight pick me. So they will say that shit because they think that's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some women are just like, in the moment, they're just nasty and they'll say whatever, but don't believe it.
There's someone that talk too much. Listen, talking too much. Turn off. Can't be talking too much and having conversations. Okay? Can't be having conversations during it. No, we're not doing that. Stop asking me all
Even for men
questions.
too. Because here's the thing, right? With men, you guys are all about physical. Women, it's all mental. So for us to get there, it takes more because we have to be mentally in the game. It's not about how it feels for us. Like, we have it all the senses. You have to hit all the senses with us.
To cheat. That's the very reason women are not supposed to cheat, because it's not physical, it's mental. That's why you guys supposed to dock your ass at home and not move. And then
I agree. I agree. That's why it hurts more when a woman cheats on a man, because when she cheats, she's emotionally involved. She's not just throwing it in a hole.
No, she's gonna do it with a nigga that she actually likes.
Well, most women, because nowadays these breed of young women, they're worse than men. They don't care.
Nope. Facts.
What up, Prestige? What's your opinion on this?
Yo, Prestige, why you drop the light, nigga? What's wrong with you? You're already dark as hell. Why you drop the light?
It's dark as night, dog.
Yeah, don't.
No, I it's being like everybody's talking over each other and shit.
Oh, this is like Clubhouse.
Everybody's talking over each other and shit.
Wagwan, we haven't seen you in a minute, you know.
It is like Clubhouse.
Look at this guy's hair.
It is like Clubhouse. It's like, yo, I know you guys are moving like the new Chick-fil-A. You guys are moving like Chick-fil-A right now.
Yo, you like fresh. You like talkers in the bedroom or what?
Huh?
You like talkers in the bedroom, like female that talk a lot?
Yo, like what? Like pillow talking? Pillow talking?
No,
why you're doing the nasty?
While you're digging it out, my nigga.
No, what are you talking about? I'll pillow talk with my girl.
You don't like the conversations or what?
No, there's no there should be conversation, but you can't be quiet either, man. That shit's just like.
Yeah, you can't be too quiet.
No, you got to give something like that you're enjoying it, like, you know.
Crazy right now.
What happened? What you said?
You got to say 1-2 things or moan or something. Like, you can't just lay there dead with your holding your breath. Like, no, that don't work either.
Yeah, you can't have an ugly moon either, because we don't want the walruses around here or the mongoose or the mongooses.
Shut up, because walruses and mongoose need love too.
Or the gooses.
Maybe you don't want them, but somebody does.
Ugly moon, you're allowed to stay silent. Okay, that's the only time you're allowed to stay silent, because.
Why would you even hit it?
Because you don't know. You don't know until you're in it. Then all of a sudden she sounds like a fucking, you know, like a mongoose, or sound like a dead animal. Fresh,
shut up to everybody else. You just see when she sounds like a mongoose?
Yeah.
Wait,
Or a walrus. What the fuck does a walrus sound like, bro?
I'm not gonna imitate what a walrus sounds like, but you know, we're not gonna do all that. You guys have YouTube. You guys have YouTube and National Geographic. Go look. Whatever the walrus sounds like, we don't want women that sound like that. It's okay.
What are you guys out there doing?
The best is when you're with
About sound like walrus and mongoose. Where?
Or when you're messing with them white girls and they just accidentally slip out certain words or certain slurs.
Like what?
I ain't getting banned for opening my mouth.
Okay,
I've never had like dog fart shit or whatever that is.
You know you want the walrus and the mongoose. You know
No.
you want the walrus and the mongoose.
Fresh.
We don't want no. No, we don't. Don't do that.
Fresh.
No.
You never had a
Yes,
thing
you
drop
do.
the N bomb.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Fresh. You never had a thing drop the N word.
What?
You ever had a thing drop the N word on you?
Stop it right now.
What about you, Provine?
The what?
No,
the
no,
N-word?
no, I've never had that.
No, I never had
You
that.
ever
I
had a
never
thing
had that.
drop the N word on you?
No, I've never had that. I never had that. I never had that.
You're the only one who likes that slave play shit, bro.
No,
Like nobody's down for
You're not
that.
lying, though. You're not lying, though.
Nobody's down for that shit.
No, yeah, I know.
World order, bro.
He's not lying. He's not lying. He's not lying.
These
You know
white
that
girls
can get some of these girls' pussy wet.
These white girls need to join the Black New World Order, man.
Oh my
Don't
god.
Don't Google it.
Go Google it, yo.
When he says don't Google it, he wants you to Google it because he's a sick, twisted fuck. Bring it alongside with your freaking choke collar.
Yo, leave the shock collar alone. It's a shock stick.
Yo, weird question, yo. Weird question, okay? Weird question for y'all. Y'all have sex with your eyes open or closed?
Depends.
My eyes open. Why would I have sex with my eyes
Like
closed?
wide open? Is that weird? Is that weird?
No, it depends.
Fresh, what
I think it depends if you're making love or if
I'm
you're
getting
just
my
straight
dick sucked,
fucking.
my eyes are closed. If I'm getting my dick sucked, I'm getting my eyes closed.
Yeah, because your
But if I'm
your
slapping
toes
it,
are
no, I
curled
need
and
to
your
see
eyes are closed.
You're such a pervert, yo. No, your eyes should be open when your dick is getting sucked, no?
Yo, I'm going to another planet.
Beat me up, Scotty.
I'm often.
If we fucking no, we're open.
Open? You say open? You don't think that's
Eyes
weird?
are open. Eyes
You don't
are
think it's
open.
weird? You don't think that's weird?
I think for
What?
me, it's
Wait,
both.
why?
Like,
If you're fucking,
Yeah, like you have the girl in missionary and your eyes are wide open. That's not weird.
100%.
who really
Look her in
does
her eye,
missionary?
bro. If you're gonna take her fucking salary, why not?
Take her salary, yo.
Why not?
Oh,
Look her in
Tristan,
her eye,
what's
bro.
up, you, my nigga? Why you silent?
Look her in her eye, bro.
I think for me, it's both. It depends, though, right? Like if you're making love or if you're just straight fucking. If I'm making love, I'm probably gonna tend to close my eyes because I'm more into like the senses of it. But if it's like straight fuck and you're trying to get down and dirty, I think you open your eyes. I think that's when the lights are on, the eyes are open, all of the things, right?
Yeah. Who has sex with the lights on though? Like who does that?
I do.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes if they're on, they're on. It's like you don't intentionally turn them on, but if they're on, they're on. You don't be like, oh, hold on 1 minute, let me go turn off the light.
I think it's super weird.
Do they have romance porn? Yes, they do. It's called female friendly.
What is it called? What was that?
Someone asked if they have romance porn. It's called female friendly.
Yeah, that's like the light shit.
This week on Woyo.
Somebody said if they have what? What did you say, Tristan? If they have what?
Romance porn.
Huh?
You know, like the romance novels, but porn style.
Like female friendly.
Yeah. where it has like a huge storyline and
Romance
we're
porn,
running
like
through the
female version.
meadows.
All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you guys alone. I have to do some schoolwork now and get some education. So
All right. So
I'll listen
yeah,
to
we
you
Love
need
guys
to get
and
out
enjoy
of
that
here.
yourself.
thing.
But
Huh?
yo. Actually, Christine, hold up.
What?
Just give me 2 seconds. It disappeared. Hold up. Before we get out of here, I want to let everyone know that we got to 488 comments.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So that's like the most we've ever had on anything.
Facts.
So yeah,
Wow.
we'll continue to do this. Everyone have a good week. We'll see y'all. We'll see y'all Wednesday.
Peace.
All right, yo. All right, peace.
Y'all should keep doing this. Keep doing it.
Yeah, every Sunday, man.
The Sunday thing is you should keep doing it.
Every Sunday. I'm gonna let them know. All right, yo.